Hi, Star Fam. How are we doing? Y'all know I want to scream and yell, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Thank you all so much for joining me. I have missed you all, but as you know, especially if you watch my vlog, your girl got some stuff going on. And it's probably going to be like this for a good 6 months. But after that 6 month, baby, get ready. This episode for me wasn't like given what it was supposed to have gave. The reason why I say that is because the way that people were talking about, because I hadn't watched it yet, and the way people were talking about this first episode of the reunion, I was just like, oh, I'm about to be gagged. And I was like, oh, I'm bored. It didn't really give a lot. Like, there are some things that we're definitely going to talk about, but I was ready to hop on and be wow. And I was like, okay, let's get into it. Hi, if you're new here, I am Nikki.Star. I do comedic reviews of your favorite reality TV show. I give my thoughts and opinion on the review. And then after that, we do a chat for about an hour or four. We were almost here 5 hours one day. And we just talk about the episode or whatever is happening on today or in this world or that's happened globally throughout the week. Thank you so much for stopping by. And in honor of my Black American ancestor that has just passed on, we wish you a happy peace and a happy rest in power to the late, great Jesse Jackson. Thank you for all that you have done. Happy Black History Month. We are here as Black people, not just Black American. We are here as people of color, not just Black American, because of the work that you and so many of my ancestors have done. We honor you. We thank you. I pray you're rejoicing with the ancestors. And congratulations. You're an ancestor to the littest people on earth. But what a heavy day this was. I woke up to that news and I was like, oh God, during Black History Month. Grim Reaper, that wasn't the one we said. What is happening? Let's get into this review. So the show starts off with this countdown, right? It's this countdown of Wendy, and we see how we first met Wendy, and the show makes sure to talk about or to show us scenes where Wendy is sharing her accomplishments and her being a doctor and all these things. And then we get to Wendy's current state. This is why I say, y'all can, if you're going to do reality TV, come on here scamming. Do whatever you need to do to platform yourself and make yourself better. Don't give this show nothing. Lie and scam. I do not care. Here's why. Because this show is going to do everything to build you up. And when you come tumbling down, they are absolutely going to profit off of it because they do not care about you. You are an employee. You are content for these shows. You are not somebody that they see as a fully realized human being. You're a clown at their circus, and they are calling the shots because to start off on such a high with Wendy and have her share her accomplishments to then getting this scene with her coming out of jail, it to me was just like a kick in the face. I felt like it could have been handled way differently. We didn't need the countdown for the show to essentially say to me, this is where she started. Look at where she is now. I don't think Wendy has lost anything. Okay, she's not going to be able to teach and do all of that stuff. I honestly believe that the road that Wendy and Eddie went down was because that's what their parents wanted them to do. I think the life that they're living now is what they wanted. I think this is who they actually are. I think they got all of those accomplishments and gave them over to their parents. And now they're like, this is the life that we want to live. I don't feel like she's losing out on anything. And I felt like the way the show started off, to me, poor taste. It was just nasty. And I just felt like it was unnecessary. So that's why I say, take advantage of these reality TV shows because they are absolutely going to take advantage of you. Scam each other back, child. Wendy. Do I have these people's pictures? Because I deleted a lot of pictures because StreamYard. Me and her child, we beefing. Wendy. Wendy starts with this baby voice. And it's very, oh, I can't believe this is happening. I'm so sad. My kid. Girl, we don't care. Like, Wendy, you're okay. I hope that the reception at BravoCon let you know that, girl, none of that matters to us. We do not care. I've been saying that. As long as you are not stealing from Black people or children, scam away. I do not care. This little fiasco that you have going on wherever you're living at with the DA there, that is not going to make me not like you or not watch the show. So you don't have to do this whole thing where you feel bad, or it's not like Karen. Karen could have killed someone, right? And Karen has been warned over and over and over again. So she doesn't get as much sympathy from us as you do. You're just scamming, allegedly. Okay. Like, who doesn't do insurance fraud? Okay. Well, not me, because I'm afraid of it. I can't do it. But, like, girl, it is okay. You don't have to do that, like, whole baby voice and it's, oh, I feel. You can save it. Real talk. We don't need you to do any of that because we do not care. We do not. It's a harmless scam. We do not care. I will say, I thought it was absolutely genius for her and Eddie to set up their storyline for next season. Because while Wendy was giving us this baby voice, she looks over at Eddie and she goes, "Are you okay with this changing our marriage? Because I'm not the same. This has changed me." And listen, I'm not going to say she overdoing it because I feel like a night in jail would change me too. I don't know how I will come out after that. My God, today. So I'm not saying that that's not real, but I think she put 20 on 10 for the storyline. I thought it was absolutely genius because while she's sitting here letting Bravo know that this is going to cause some issues in her marriage, come on, storyline, with Eddie, we get Eddie with the single tear dropping from his cheek. They got to lock in a 2-season deal after that. They got to lock in a 2-season deal after that. I said, okay, girl, I see you. Get that next season storyline going. I'm here for it because, to be honest with you, that's what I'm really interested in. I'm interested in seeing how Karen acclimates herself back to this group. And I'm interested to see how Wendy and Eddie navigate this fraud case. Like, that's, to me, are very two important and interesting storylines that I want to tune in for. So I think if anybody is safe from the chopping block, it is absolutely Wendy and Karen. Also, I knew that from their reception at BravoCon. They both got a standing ovation. Fresh from jail. Them fans said, we don't care. There is roaring screams from that room. Her and Karen. And that happened in front of their boss. They're definitely coming back next season. I will also say this. The way that Wendy, we are always talking about how Wendy, we've been talking about how Wendy looked at the reunion. The way she showed up at the reunion, that Mongolian fur white coat, I said, oh, she knows how to scam, allegedly. That was a look. That's how you come to the reunion. That's what she wore to the reunion. And then we see everybody walking out. Andy's like, okay, hi, how are you? You can sit right here. He's chatting it up with the ladies. They're waiting for Wendy. Wendy is the last person to arrive to set to film. She walks in, there's gas. And the way that outfit and that hair swayed when she walked in, I said, go off, sis. Go off. She sashayed in there. Andy had to get up. Andy was like, oh. Andy was gagged. He hugged. He said, oh, I love your hair. And he was not lying. He was taken aback. Wendy, this is the best you have ever looked. I don't know who put this look together. Whoever they are, stick with them, get them on retainer. You looked amazing. You've been looking great all season. This was a stellar look. I gagged. I gagged. I absolutely, me and Andy, um, gagged. You showed up with the baddest fit both times. Work, 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 work. So anyway, Wendy comes in. The show's now ready to start. We start off with Jill, her and Eddie getting locked up. She starts talking about what happened with the arrest and how, it was very confusing for her children and she just felt sad as a parent. And before she could even get through it, Gizelle goes, "Oh, okay, I'm glad that you're okay. Can we talk about that wig?" No, we cannot. No, we cannot. There was a little chuckle. Even Wendy chuckled. That was a terrible wig. She was like, that was my professor wig. Girl, we could tell. It was a terrible wig. And that joke would have landed had it come from somebody else, but this lady, the audacity, the nerve, the cojones. How dare you? I was like, oh no, not you. Not you. You have no right or place to be talking about anybody's wig. This, you know what? I'm not light skinned, so I don't know what a light skinned mind is like, but I can't comprehend this lady. I don't think that she knows that her fashions are terrible. I don't think that she knows that her wigs are a mess. I don't think that she knows that her homes look like three halfway house smashed together. I don't think she gets that. And I don't think she will be able to see it or ingest it because she's been living with this, forced upon herself light skin privilege that I just don't think she really sees clearly. It's giving the emperor's clothes. Because I could not believe she looked at Wendy with such confidence and said that. My God, today. The light skinned mind is an interesting place. My God, today, every season, it has been a Party City wig disaster. You have the nerve to look at Wendy, who currently, what lace? What lace? And say, girl, let's talk about that wig. Let's not. Let's not, Gizelle. Let's not. So then Ashley out of nowhere, and guys, a lot of you are just like, it's Ashley's time to go. Ashley's going to leave the show. They're not going to bring her back. And I just never entertained that because she never goes away. She never goes away. No shade is given roach. Like she will always be there, right? But this first episode, the way she was received, I'm like, we may have a chance. Because when she spoke up out of nowhere, she was just like, my worst fear is going to jail. Oh, and the fact that two people on the show have been there, that's very scary to me. Everybody was like, ugh, like they were just over Ashley and her antics. Even Andy was just like, girl, girl, bye. And here's the thing, Ashley, I want you to be quiet about this whole situation. Here's the thing. We're currently going through the Epstein files. Walk with me. I will shut up. I will shut up. Because it's a very large chance that Gollum is in them files. Don't celebrate this. Don't celebrate this. You and Gollum better join Russell Simmons. Go somewhere y'all can't be extradited. Anyway, off of her. Guys, this hurts me so much. Y'all know I love Tia. And I still would like to see her on the show. I can't believe that I'm here with her. when Tia started to speak, and like the first thing she says is about Stacey, and I'm just like, I can't get anything with her. Like, I'm so disappointed. Because I really like Tia. I was rooting for Tia. I wanted Tia to take this show over. Not over, but I just felt like for me she was the Cynthia. I felt like she could be the Cynthia of this group, and I just really enjoyed her and her family dynamic. I thought it was so interesting and so positive, and I really liked it. And then out of nowhere, she became Angel's flunky. Like, she's tried to be Gizelle's flunky, that didn't work. Then she became Angel's flunky, and now she has this weird beef with Stacey. And it's like, I wanted more. I was hoping for more. I thought that she was going to eat this season up, and to see her fall so flat so fast is so disappointing, because I feel like there is so much potential there. How the mighty have fallen, Tia. How the mighty have fallen. I, to this day, still don't understand why she has such an issue with Stacey. It has not connected with me. It has not made sense as of yet. I don't understand why whatever happened on the show, right? Why it dragged that long, and why it is still here and present at the reunion. The reason why I say that is because I haven't heard the explanation from her that makes sense. Stacey don't know why, and the show has not explained what this beef is that is so powerful to keep her here to the point where she does not like Stacey. It doesn't make sense to me, and it feels like you're pulling an Angel not liking somebody because somebody that you like don't like them. And I just wanted more from you, because I thought you were better than that. I don't like how I feel about you being a flunky. Disappointing. Also, speaking of Stacey, Gizelle and Ashley, just like Tia, keep on trying to make this fake QVC Stacey thing land, and it just doesn't land. And my thing is, for seasoned, right? For seasoned women on the show, why do y'all stay there? If it's not working, if it's not landing, why are you guys staying here? You are sitting here on this stage, and you see how your boss, the man that signs your checks, you see how enamored he is with Stacey, while you two are trying to do this collective takedown and talk about how fake she is. Andy interrupts the entire conversation and goes and looks at Stacey and says, "Oh, I love watching your QVC, your old QVC videos. Your boss don't care." He was not even listening to y'all. He completely checked out of your conversation and zoomed in on Stacey and said, "I just love watching your QVC videos." I would have been like, if I was like where Gizelle and Ashley were, I would have been like, "Oh, let me just leave this alone." Because it's not going to happen. If you guys are trying to gang up on her to get her off the show, you have to realize this one is untouchable. The fans love her. The network love her. Your boss is enamored by her. Leave her be. It will be better for you. I know you're seasoned, but time has changed. It would be better for you to be her ally than her enemy. It sucks. Everybody loves the new girl, and you've been here this whole time. We get it. Seniority. Roll with the punches. It will be better for you to be her friend than her enemy if you want to keep the moolah coming in. That's all I'll say. Um, I also fear for them, for Ashley and Gizelle, if they continue this like I hate Stacey train, I feel like for them it's going to put more on the spotlight of how they don't contribute like Stacey contributes. Why don't y'all just pull back and just be fun? That could probably get you another season or two. You guys constantly trying to tear this lady down. I think it's going to backfire. I think it has backfired, and it's showing how much Stacey, how much weight she lifts in this show, and how much you do not contribute at all. Leave that one alone. Leave that one alone. I will also say, even in this reunion, Stacey does not care. This lady is at work, and that's it. All that stuff they're saying about her, she's, oh, okay. I have a QVC voice. I don't care. That's who I am, darling. She does not care. She's like, well, the whole time they're trying to come at her, Stacey, Ashley, Gizelle, and Tia, the whole time they're trying to come for her, in the middle of it, she's kikiing with Andy. She does not care. Andy don't care. Stacey's here to stay, y'all. Just leave her. Let's leave her be. She not going nowhere. Just leave. She's just like, and Andy, I love it. She not going nowhere. Leave her alone. My God. This is a job for this lady and nothing else. And I think that's why we like her. Because she clocks into work, then she clocks out of work. Y'all get y'all feelings hurt. It be personal. Y'all be paying investigators to find dirt on people. Stacey shows up to work and she goes home. That's it. That's it. Even with the whole Nigerian thing, she's just like, oh yeah, since I am Nigerian, like she hears the jokes or whatever, and she does not care. This is what happens when you are TV trained. Like she, especially in QVC, child, she been prepared for this, so they can't shake her, even on their own territory. A phenomenal housewife season she has had. Wendy, Wendy, my girl. What is up with her and Stacey? I'm like, are you Stacey's friend or not? Because Andy asked a question about Stacey's cannabis thing, and Wendy's just like, Stacey, you kind of know that that's crazy, and I believe, me and Eddie believe that you did that as like retaliation and for last season. And Stacey is just like, what? Like she didn't even put that together. She's like, Wendy's like, yeah, that's what I think. Wendy, I feel like you're trying to Gizelle Stacey. I don't like it. It just is not a good look for you, especially for people who supported you when Gizelle was trying to sun you. Please let's not do that with Stacey. It just don't do it ever. But it's just not a good look, because even when Stacey came out, she said that, she's grown, right? And she is happy that you and her relationship has been able to grow. And then we have the ladies in here saying, oh, because when she called Gizelle Tia's master, Gizelle was like, Wendy is your master. That's your master. So there's already that dynamic happening there. Don't add fuel to that fire, because a real friend would stand with her in public and check her in private. I feel like you constantly check her in public. And for what? What is the reason? You're looking funny in the light to me, sister. I don't like it. I don't like it. You're better than that, I hope. Guys, please let me know if you weren't the only ones. I forgot that Kiana and Angel were there. How many times did they talk? I forgot that they were there. And even when they were there, it was like the camera couldn't wait to get away from them. It's like even while they both were talking, the camera would, like, the producer, director would prioritize reaction shots of what they are saying over shots of them speaking. Ladies, ladies, yikes, yikes. So we get into this comment from Andy where he talks to Angel. He says that Angel, it's been stated that your husband is the hottest husband on the Real Housewives of Potomac. But hold on, let me think about the husbands. Not that one. Who else? Uh, I I agree. I had to go through all the husbands. I don't think is he the hottest housewife husband? I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. He actually isn't. I'm so sorry. He's not the hottest housewife husband on Potomac. I don't think, and he's not the hottest white housewife husband in all of Housewives. For me, the hottest housewife husband, please throw your tomatoes if you must. I understand. Juan Dixon. I'm sorry. Terrible man. Terrible man, by the way. Oh my God. He had the ladies in a tizzy in the 90s. I still think of that picture with him and Gabrielle Union. Sorry, Robin. They look good. Love a black man from infinity to infinity. But I think he's the second hottest housewife husband. I'll give him that. But Juan, he got that title, child. It's always them ball players. My God, today. But anyway, we get into this conversation about how he's the hottest housewife husband and Potomac lies. And Andy goes, do you guys agree with that? And they were like, hell no. Wendy was just like, oh, he not hotter than my Eddie. I love my chocolate. I love my chocolate. And Stacey was just like, and I love my white chocolate. And so they start laughing about how chocolate their husbands are. And then they go to Andy and they're just like, Andy, what kind of chocolate you like? And Andy goes, well, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. And they start laughing. My stomach turned. Now, Andy, you need to stay out of black conversations. That to me, they was like, ow, Auntie. I didn't. Hi, I'm Nikki. I'm the friend that's too woke. No, I'm not. You're not woke enough. But I was like, because we'll never see you with that black as berry partner. If you like it so much, why don't you like it in public? Anyway. Child, my stitch just came out. But it's supposed to dissolve. Let me wrap this up. I'm doing a little bit too much talking and laughing, child. I was just like, for me, I was like, during Black History Month, like, I never heard a white person say that. Oh, I don't like it. I didn't like that. And them laughing, you just, he's probably going to say it again. Now, white people watching, they're going to be like, black and the berry, sweet the juice, and they're going to get popped. I'll be honest with you, I don't like it either, but I also have to check myself because I don't like when an unattractive man says that. You know what I mean? So I realized I have to work through that, but that was uncomfortable, and they ate that up. Anyway, stay out of black conversations, Andy Thea Cohen. Oh yeah, it did. It's gone, child. We're healing. So anyway, after we get to the husbands, we finally get to Kiana and Angel, who Lord knows we didn't know was there. And they are asked about, their interactions on the show and how they showed up. Kiana starts speaking, and then Angel starts speaking. And Kiana goes, what's this? Angel goes, I'm sorry. No. I'm gonna let her finish talking. And Wendy was like, no, Angel, speak. You were talking. And she's like, no, she's right. I'm gonna let her talk. Kiana's just like, thank you. Here's the thing, and this is not a brag. I ain't never been a flunky, and I ain't never been a punk. So I don't understand this. That was so weird to me because these are grown women. Angel's a grown woman and a mother. This is somebody who is molding the minds of younger human beings. For her to not recognize that disrespect was so odd to me. And everybody caught it. And Wendy was like, what is this relationship? It was so weird. And I'm like, does she not see this, or does Kiana have something on her? Let me, guys, the rage in me right now, let me, a grown woman, have a conversation and somebody looks at me and goes, what's this? I'm gonna be like, you tell me what the hell it is. Like, girl, who are you talking to? I could not believe that was so, and it was like she's done it before. You know what I mean? It was so like clear and crisp, and she didn't move. Like she knew what she was doing. What's this? What's this? And Angel immediately started shaking and stuttering. What is, ooh, Angel? I don't like that for you. I don't like, and she apologized to Kiana and shut up. What does she got on you? See, here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you right now. The friends you used to hoe with, cut them off when you legitimize yourself. Because them girls who was in the trenches with you, not all, but some, be holding on to stuff, not because they hold on to that stuff to have something over you. And I feel like that's what this friendship is. I feel like Kiana knows some stuff or helped her in some kind of way where Angel either feels scared to like cross her for the information that she holds, or indebted to her for what she did for her. Whatever it is, that relationship is mad odd. What is this? Angel, you better than me, child. You better than me. All them ruby beads would have been on the floor. Who you talking to? Child. You checked. She chin checked. That's what they were talking about, the chin check. Well, she chin checked her again. Stand up, Angel. Stand up. Then we finally get to the catfish comment. Andy, we get into that. And immediately, this is something that Wendy was waiting for, because Wendy was just like, yeah, let's get into this. Because I told you that I did not say that. Gizelle told you that I did not say that. Everybody on the cast told you that I did not say the catfish comment, but you did not want to move on from that. Angel was not prepared for this reunion, right? This was not her best look. And coming off of the season finale to go into the first episode of the reunion, and this is how she's showing up, or dare I say not showing up at all. Ooh, it's a little concerning, sis. If you want to stay on the show, it's a little concerning, because even Gizelle reiterated, she says she don't want to be friends with us. So why is she here? So she's already working on getting you out of here. And then you're just not showing up for yourself, right? You're getting chin checked by Kiana. You can't really defend yourself from the awful things that you have said about these ladies. And listen, awful, yes, it was, but you can always defend it. She just wasn't even doing good in the defense, because her defense to Wendy was, oh, well, I had already had an issue with you, so that's why I didn't want to recognize that other people said it. But I do but that Gizelle said, but I do recognize that she said it, but I was just mad at you. It's not strong enough, because now you're letting us know that I would have been fine if you would have been like, there's so many conversations going on. I forgot. I did not know. I was just mad. That would have been much better than the fact that you knew that it was Gizelle, but you didn't want to move on from Gizelle because you were angry at Wendy. And so you were purposefully blaming Wendy for the attacks that you were receiving from Gizelle. It don't make sense. And even Wendy calls that out. She's like, that doesn't make sense, because you came on the show with an agenda. Your agenda was Gizelle be your big, that's what you called it. You kept on calling Gizelle your big sister. But when it was me, you were very hostile. So you came in with an agenda. Wendy was so close to saying you came in to do Kiana's dirty work. You had an issue with me because Kiana had an issue with you. And Angel, I wish she would say that, but I think that Angel is in fear of Kiana for some reason. So she's not going to say that. That relationship is very odd. It's very, very odd. Um, and then we get to the lips comment, the butthole lips comment, and the Forrest Whitaker thing. And then Angel tries to like smooth it over. She's just like, well, Wendy, I will say that was said in poor taste, and that is not who I am. But you do a face when you are trying to suss something out, and you do this. It just, that didn't really land because then Wendy came back and said, well, if I called you James Earl Jones, Andy was like, ooh, not James Earl Jones. Andy, stay out of black conversations. He didn't have to say nothing. He didn't have to say nothing. And Angel was just like, well, if that's who I look like, then that would have been okay. Angel, if you make it to another reunion, mama, we got to come with some quips, some reads, something. It's just, and did you also feel like her mic was turned down? I could barely hear Angel. Something was good. I'm concerned, Angel, because I really wanted to see Angel play against Karen, but I realize now that's going to be a heavy loaded cast. And I'm thinking about the budget. Somebody's not coming back and somebody's being dropped down to friend of. No way they're paying all them ladies. Yikes, 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 yikes. Um, then we get the fan comments. If anybody knows if that girl who wrote that comment calling them sadness and madness on Threads, please, if y'all know her reaction, please send it to me because I know that girl was gagged when she saw her thread comment on the Real Housewives of Potomac. But sister, you ate with sadness and madness. You ate with that. And it was just like, why do the fans call you sadness and madness? And Kiana was just like, well, I can see why they say that. Because I haven't having like a good time, but I'm looking back at some things and I can see why they may just have that, understanding of us. But I know what our relationship is. Mm-hmm. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's a very odd relationship. And it's so odd to be an adult and have a relationship like that because you're fully aware. You're fully aware of what you're doing. And you're still choosing to treat somebody like that. Ciao. Then we get to Ashley. And I want to say this about Ashley. And another reason why I feel like her time is probably up because the way Andy spoke to her was the way he spoke to Candiace, I believe, on her last reunion, where he was talking about how she was problematic online. And Andy said, well, Ashley, it's your turn. I have a stack of questions about you. And one of the many questions is that you seem to be very nasty, very, very messy, but also very nasty this season. What's going on there? And we've never had Ashley be held accountable. We've never had Andy like even direct any kind of critique towards her. So to see this conversation happening and to see how the episode opened up, you guys may have gotten her out of there because he also asked on Threads what he asked a question, some vague question about like, ask me any of your housewife questions that you want to know or whatever, and or anything about housewives. And a lot of the comments were, get rid of Ashley. So guys, she might not be back next season. We will see. We will see. Ashley says, well, I really haven't been mean. And Angel's just like, yes, you have. You've been mean to me. You've been mean to Wendy. You've been mean to Stacey. And then we get the video showing Ashley at her cabaret where she is making fun of Wendy being arrested. And Wendy pipes in after that. And she's just like, after Ashley made the comment on the video, Zen Win is in prison or something like that. Wendy was just like, well, I got information that you were doing that. That you said that because there's some kind of vendetta against me that you have against me. And Ashley is just like, I do not have an a vendetta against you. She's just like, Wendy, you have to realize, to see where you're at now was very shocking. When you came on the show, you made sure you held all of your accomplishments over our head. And Wendy was just like, well, because I have accomplishment, you don't have none. And Ashley goes, well, I have one social security number. The fact that she didn't eat with that, for me, it's time. It's time. Because I feel like maybe Ashley from a few seasons ago, I would have been like, oh, she got her. But when she said that, it just didn't land. There was nothing there. I was like, meh. I could do without it. And that's why I'm just like, girl, your days may be up. You're just not it. Well, listen, this is the first episode of the reunion. Who knows what's going to happen on 2 or 3? But I'm looking from a producer perspective and how I think the network is looking at it. She's not doing well. Angel's not doing well. Kiana is forgettable. All 3 of these, in my opinion, all 3 of them ladies, in my opinion, are on shaky ground. And we have to think about this cast. Okay, so the cast is Wendy, Gizelle, 2, Ashley, 3 people, Stacey, 4 people, Tia, 5, Kiana, 6, Angel, 7, Monique, 8, Jazzy, 9, and then we have Karen. 10 people on this cast. 10 housewives. They are going to cut the fat, especially to bring Karen back. Because not even bring Karen back. She never left. Prison broke them up. And they waited. They waited for that lady to get out of prison to film with her. Gave her her own special. So they're going to pay her a nice coin because she's going to deliver. 10 housewives. Somebody's getting cut. Somebody's getting fired. Who do you guys think it is? That's all I have to say for the Real Housewives of Potomac. What do you guys have to say? Let's get into it. Oh. I'm going to start with my super chats first. Then I'm going to go to the earlier comments and work my way down. Hey, Drewski, thank you so much, my love. Drewski said, a literal princess being a 2X lackey. A literal princess being a 2-time lackey. Yuck. Yeah, I'm disappointed. A literal princess. Yikes. So Steph, thank you so much for the super chat. So Steph said, hi, Nikki. I hope you're feeling better. Thank you so much. I am feeling better. I just gotta, let this jaw rest. My God, today. My God, today. To be 17 and just bounce back like nothing happened. Alrighty. Hey, E for Empathy. E for Empathy said, hey, Star family, happy Tuesday. This reunion is so good so far. I wanted the episode to keep going. Can't wait to hear your commentary. Thank you so much. Asia said, hey, Nikki and everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Thank you so much. What's up, Spency? Spency said, hey, Nikki and Star fam. Excited to hear your thoughts. Quick update on my Real Housewives of Atlanta journey. I am on the season with Kim Fields. Why is she on the show? Also, Tammy is weird. I think Kim Fields went on the show because at that time, Real Housewives of Atlanta was a juggernaut. It was a ratings juggernaut. It made Nene a sitcom star. So it was so a lot of people who wanted to get a jump back into the industry were going that route. So that's why she was on there. The way Kenya treated her was absolutely horrible. And for me, my relationship with Kenya changed because I didn't love Kenya like that, but I liked her on the show. I thought she was great for the show. Her treatment of Kim Fields was horrible and completely changed how I perceived her on that show. Hey, Asher. Asher says, hey, Star fam. Hey, Nikki, I'm so excited. Like usual, have a lot to say. And this was a reunion we've been needing. It was. I was just expecting more of the way people were talking about it, but I don't think it was bad. I'll say that. Hey, Nikki, how are you? Hey, Hannah, how are you? E for Empathy says, if I was Stacey, I would have cussed them out a long time ago, but she's better than me. She's so good at this. That's why they're mad. She is so good at this. They can't take. They can't take. Ashley said, I can't get over the married up and the fact that Tia thought being traveled isn't an accomplishment. What a joke. I will say the comment about the accents and Stacey marrying up to a white European, I said, girl, wrong audience. That's not going to land the way you think. Wrong audience, wrong audience. I wish she would have went with something else because Stacey came back and made sense. It was just like, yes, when we're here and talking, my accent is different. But when we're in private, me and you have different accents. You've been with your husband for 20 years, a black American man from Chicago. Your accent leans in and out and sometimes leans in on his as well. So what you're saying about me and my accent being fake, I could very well much say the same thing for you and how you're putting it on. And I agreed with her. I asked, you cannot tell me she doesn't go in and out of whatever kind of American accent she's hearing when she's dealing with her husband and his family, and their family. Like, come on, Tia, we absolutely get it. The marrying up an English man, and here's the thing. I just don't know why she's so mad. I don't know why Stacey gets under her skin like that. And I'm not saying she doesn't have a valid reason. I'm just saying I don't have any receipts of anything. Very little evidence, no proof. Like, what's going on? If this girl is so bad, why can't you, Gizelle, and Ashley, and Angel produce any receipts? And Kiana. All of y'all together don't like this lady and want this lady off the show. Y'all cannot produce why she's such a terrible person. And that just makes me believe she isn't, you're just jealous. I'm so disappointed in Tia. Hey, Yasmin, thank you for being here. Hey, Alana, thank you for being here. Thank you. Unless we're talking about men, Callie Steve. Callie Steve said, I hate the term married up because there ain't a man on this planet that don't marry up. A straight man on this planet that don't marry up. It's impossible for a straight man to marry down. Impossible. E for Empathy said, Tia trying to call Stacey out for code switching set me up. Yeah, I didn't like that. That bothered me. That really, really did bother me. Alana said, oh, you look pretty. Thank you. I literally have just been on bed rest. If I'm not doing this, I'm either getting some soup or I'm in bed. So this is you know what? That's what's happening. Okay, so I've been on bed rest this whole time. But I live in LA. We got tickets to go see Cardi yesterday at the Forum. I love the Forum. I love Inglewood. I wish it was closer to everything that I have to do. I would absolutely live in Inglewood if it was closer to everything that I have to do career-wise. Anyway, we went to the concert and I was just like, I'm just going to sit there. I'm not really going to do too much. And I tried my best, but she has some hits. And she did a really, really good job. That was a really good show. She put on the show. And I tried to not do too much, but I'm now realizing, because I got a little soreness right here. I did too much last night. I was singing a little too hard. But here's the thing. She was rapping Tatiana, and Blueface came out. Baby, we was like, ah! Yeah, I did too much. Nat, thank you. I should have set my behind down. But that together. I did too much. Yeah, don't go to a hip hop concert when you still got stitches in your jaw. Not smart. Wendy did amazing. Did amazing. Her only dust up for me was how she treated Stacey. Hey, Spency, thank you so much. Hill with Nona Black TV said hi. Nikki just popped in to say hi. Thank you so much. Nikki said it definitely's been overhyped. Listen, I will say this was a good reunion, but the way everybody was talking about it, I was like, oh my God, I have to watch this. I have to watch this. Because first of all, I've been down, but I've been productive. I've been watching so much stuff. There are so many things that we are going to talk about. I just have to do it in small doses. Um, but there's a lot of stuff that I've been watching, and we got to discuss. There is a round table, that Black Men round table with Clifton Powell. Girl, we got to talk about that. I was trying to wait because I was like, I don't want to talk about that during Black History Month, but we just have to have that conversation. But I stopped stuff that I was watching to hurry up and get to this because I was like, oh my God, I don't want no spoilers. Everybody's talking about how amazing it is. And I watched it and I was like, oh, okay. Thank you so much, Zora. Zora said, hey, Nikki, your skin is glowing. Well, thank you. Dare Show Podcast said, I agree, Nikki. I was so bored. 2 weeks later, I forgot about what happened in the season. Zora says, rest in power. Happy Black History Month. Can't believe we're halfway through. Me either. Me either. And I had so many things that I wanted to do. I was like, I should not have scheduled getting all this stuff done during Black History Month. I'm supposed to be outside. I'm supposed to be outside. I'm inside healing. Oh, me too. It's been, Simone says, waking up the Jesse Jackson newsroom my whole day. It was so like, it was like a gut punch. Just so sobering and sad. It felt like, I can't fully explain it, but for me, as a Black American, I felt bad because I felt like we're such a letdown. Like my generation is such a letdown to that generation. And I know they don't feel that way because they sacrificed so that we could live like this, but to see how much of their work has been snatched back and how we are so unprepared to fight them, it's like they can't leave. So many, I feel like so many of our so many older Black Americans probably want to, like, go on to glory, you know what I mean? But I feel like a lot my generation is keeping them here because we don't know what to do without them. So every time an elder passed, especially an elder who was so active in our liberation, every time they pass, I feel terrible. I wish we were better. Ah, sorry, Reverend Jesse Jackson. Asher says, listen, Wendy always thought she was better and smarter, but here's the thing. Bragging is fine when somebody has the work or talent to back it up. And guess what? Miss Dr. Wendy earned the right to. I agree. Also, we have to remember that Wendy had to fight like that because she was not welcomed into the group. Remember when Karen would say, she's not our kind of girl. So they were always trying to discredit her. So she always had to let them know, you are not better than me. I worked to get here. I did what I had to do by way of my mind, not my coochie, right? We got into this circle 2 totally different ways, but we're both in this circle. So that's why I didn't mind it. I didn't mind her bragging and talking about all of the things that she has done because I felt like her brag was defense because these ladies were not trying to accept her into the group, and we all know why. So I didn't mind it, but they're trying to act, now Ashley is trying to act like she's some victim. No. Y'all didn't want that dark-skinned Nigerian woman in the group. And every time y'all tried to push her out, she let y'all know. This is who I am. This is my credentials. What are yours? And y'all never had anything to back it up. So that's why she had to do that. I think if she would have been fully accepted into that group, she would not have had any, I don't think she would have ever done any of that. Because even when she did doing her confessionals, it was always in jest. That was always her defending, because also they would always call it out because they had a problem with it. Not only did they have a problem with her presence, they had a problem with the fact that they could not stand next to this woman who had done all of these things. It happens all of the time with the preference, right? When the preference gets in the presence of someone deemed not a preference and realizes that not only is that person in the same space that they are, they're ahead of them. Ooh, how that messes with their mind and how they react. Scary place to be. But it's the same thing every time. So I'll let it rock. I said, throw your degrees in their face. Throw your diplomas in their face. Throw your credentials in their face. Because they're trying to close the door for who? You? Absolutely not. Had no problem with it. Hey, Ramel. Ramel said, hey, Nikki, please keep my YouTube in prayer. Something weird has been happening, but I'm here. Oh my God, what? I keep on seeing this too. What's going on? Yes, Lord. Palestinian Jesus, can you please put your hands on everybody's YouTube? This seems to be an attack on the Star family. Fight forward. Send Gabriel. Hallelujah. Fight for us, Lord. The weapons are forming. Don't let them prosper. In Jesus' name. Hannah said that opening with Wendy was icky. You could see they were acting. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Set up for next season. Set up for next season. Hey, Give Me Shelter. Thank you for being here. Ephraim said, I've always been Team Wendy. She might have been putting on for the prosecution watching. That's very true. Thank you for bringing that up. That's very true as well. Dear Show said, Wendy looks so thin. The stress is getting to her for sure. Stress or Ozempic. Nikki says, I'd rather the baby voice than for her to be running around talking about I will be vindicated. You're right. You're right. I'll give her that. I think that's actually probably a smart way to go. A smart way to go. Oh, she's going to be in the drama. It's going to be a great season. It's going to be a great season. Ramel said, I found that to be weird. They got a standing ovation. Well, here's the thing. I didn't. Why? Because this show is entertainment. That's why I get so upset when a housewife start taking this mess seriously. Don't let the applause go to your head. You guys are clowns in a circus. Get your coins and go home. Get your coins and go home. She has to. Whoever else, Yasmin says Wendy needs to keep that team because 10 out of 10. Whoever else whatever other big company she has to scam to pay for that team, do it. You look amazing. You look, the way she walked into that set and the way that outfit moved. Jessica Rabbit. I couldn't believe it, Asher. Asher said Gizelle is the last person to talk about somebody's wig. I was like, I cannot believe it. Can you not see what is going on in her mind? The balls on that lady. Asher said Gizelle is delusional. Giselle's delusion is up to Vicky level, which is concerning. Vicky is going to be so annoying on the Real Housewives of Orange County. And are they filming now? Because Vicky is hella MAGA. How is that going to go over? Child, Give Me Shelter said, nor not a light-skinned train of thought. It's her audacity for sure. Juicy said, unfortunately, Ashley nibbled a bit with I have one. So I listen, nibble. Ate that one little thing. It just didn't land like the way her reads used to. And I think it's just because she's exhausting now. It's a one-trick pony. And it's just not interesting. I'm like, it was a good thing, but it was a good little read, but it's like, You know what I mean? It's not eating the way it would have. E for Empathy said, Andy was not here for that worst fear thing. Actually, nobody cared. They are exhausted with that lady. She might be gone, y'all. Ashley said, Nikki, don't say Ashley isn't going away. Can't risk jinx again. I, I'm telling you, I just never thought until this reunion. I was like, it's never been like this for her. It's cold for her. It's never been like this. Hmm. Hannah said, I want Megamind out of my screen. Drewski said she'd be so useless. She's been so useless this season, even more so than before. Yep. And I think, like I said before, her and Gizelle ganging up on Stacey highlighted the fact of how useless she is on this show. NC said, did you see the smirk Kay had on her face when Wendy was discussing her jail experience and her kids? Kay Karma has no time, address, or limits. She really wanted to say something. She really wanted to use that moment to get at Wendy. She used wisdom, though, and she ain't say nothing. She shut up. She shut up. Because it wouldn't have went well for her. It wouldn't have went well for her. Nikki said Michael definitely needs to be in somebody's prison. And that's why I'm just like, girl, you married a whole creeper. Stay out of that. Stay out of that. Ashley said the fact that Wendy gave Ashley the easiest housewife to read ammo and ate with that social security number, I hate it. I think Wendy's good. Wendy's good with comeback. She did very well with Angel. E for Empathy said her biggest accomplishment was not getting thrown in jail with her predatory husband, allegedly. Ciao. Drewski said, Tia definitely a lackey loser. It's pathetic. You are a princess. Has she forgotten? Has Tia forgotten who she is? I am so confused. This switch up is crazy. Asher also says, Tia is such an idiot. Oh my God. An idiot, ignorant, and on top of that, entitled and attacks Stacey as if she has more. When you think about it, Stacey is more successful, richer, and has more likability and popularity, period. Now listen, I wouldn't call Tia an idiot. I'm just discouraged by her performance for the second half of the season. NC said Ashley aided and abetted her husband. SA encouraged the Cookie Monster to set Chris and Eddie up, had her attack Candiace and brought Osu on the show. Yep. But fraud is where she joins the line. She's gross. Absolutely. Eltavina said, I think a lot of Black people, African Americans, can attest to Wendy's mood of it don't matter what I'm going through. However, I will look my best. Period. Period. We are very big on I will not look like what I'm going through. Never that, baby. Never that. Shed said Ashley's season 1 voice and season 10 black scent aren't the same either. Oh, remember how she talked when she was with Michael? Michael, honey. No. Girl, we remember. We have another super chat from the lovely Busola. Busula said, hey, Nikki, glad that you are doing better. Wishing you continued recovery. Thank you so much, Busola. Asher said, Stacey is lasting seasons. They shouldn't even bother. If you can't beat them, join them if they're smart. Absolutely. I will leave it alone. I would befriend Stacey and make sure that our scenes together are so hilarious. Bravo wants a spinoff. These ladies ain't hungry. Hey, Greta. Thank you for being here. Arabella. I'm doing all that I need to do for me and Arabella. Hannah said, Wendy is too busy wanting Gizelle to like her. I hate that this is right. Wendy, come on. So Steph, Wendy all over that place. She needs to focus on staying out of jail and Stacey and her Candiace line. I mean, what's wrong? Why is Wendy the one allowed to be? You can't let another Nigerian woman in the weed game. Ashley said, Nikki, honestly, remember when we said Wendy is the Emily? I sadly see how hopefully not, but I can see her dropping and backstabbing Stacey because she's always wanted to be with the other girl. I'm holding space that's not true. I will say I'm seeing some things and I'm like, ew, but I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Well, Stacey didn't deny it. She didn't. But I think she was just like, Wendy, what are you talking about? Like, they're actually friends outside of this. And I think when people are friends off the show, I wish that they would be more protective of that relationship. Because especially as an older woman, a genuine friendship with a woman outside, a woman of your age who is not somebody you grew up with, those are relationships that should be cherished. Any woman that comes into your life as a woman, those are relationships that you should really, really cherish. And I don't want them to throw this away because I think this is a good, healthy relationship. But I just, and listen, I was the same way with Stacey on the season reunion. I was just like, Stacey, now Wendy is trying to have your back and you're trying to find something with her. They're having their little, I'm hoping they find some common ground. Um, Social stuff said, I enjoyed Angel, not Kay though. I forgot about Kiana until she said, what is this? Yikes. Yikes. TP said, I think Wendy likes Stacey, but she checks everyone regardless when she sees fits, and Stacey is not immune from critique. TP, I absolutely agree. My thing is, Wendy needs to hold that back when it comes to Stacey. Because I think that is not only a friend, but an ally that she needs in the show. And I know her stick is checking and making sure everybody is in line, right? I get that's her thing, but this is somebody that cares for you and protects you. Don't mess that up. She ate with that. It is the perfect description of those two. Drewski said, Andy telling Angel and Kiana, do you know you have 30 minutes? They better fix it. Ashley said, the way Kay interrupted when Angel was having a good convo only for Kay to say something stupid. I think Kiana did that because she saw Angel and Wendy not only finding common ground, but making up. It was starting to be a very healthy conversation. And Kiana said, not on my watch. Not on my watch. You know what? I'm telling you, Asia said, I hope Sadness and Madness don't come back. Asia, it's a lot of people on that show. A lot of, they can't, no way they got the budget to bring all of them back. Social Stuff said Bobby's height alone ranks higher than most of them. Listen, as a height hoe who is currently working on her deliverance from that, and he can cook. Go ahead, Angel. Go ahead, Angel. No, Mauricio would be number 3 for me. Mauricio, and that's Mauricio back in the day. Mauricio now, he's not taking care of himself like he needs to. But Mauricio back in the day, I was like, how you being white is the only reason you got that man. My God, today. My God, girl, you Kyle married up. Let me stop. But yeah, we know who number 1 is. But we know who number 1 is. Action says, you guys, okay, Wendy is a Sutton. Not really. She's more Emily because Emily has accomplishments. But at least not until she came on the Sutton of Potomac. Apollo is fine as hell, just a scammer. As somebody who's seen him in person, he wouldn't be in my top 10. Apollo dresses like a Dominican T-Mobile shift manager. It's very weird. When I saw him, I said, this is who Kenya was trying to get. This is who Pedro was fighting over. I could not believe it. And Mm. Thank you, I am. It is what it is. We're not saying, I'm not talking about his personality. We don't have to lie here, guys. He's not a good guy, but we can't lie. Hannah, come on. It's the truth. Thank you, Simone. It's the truth. It's the truth. If we met Juan in high school, we all would have been, in a college Juan Dixon. Let's move on. Y'all are lying. Jazzy, you are lying. C. Graham, come on. We're not talking about his. You know what? Y'all playing with me, but I'm not gonna let y'all play with me. 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 Acting like you. If you saw this man in Cal, you be posted up at them games. Y'all are lying. Y'all are lying. You would be posted up at them games if you ran into him. Like who we playing with? Who are we playing with? Like y'all lying. Y'all not gonna have me. Y'all not gonna have me out here being crazy. Let me ran into him in a college game. Y'all lying. Y'all lying. Don't let it be an HBCU. Girl! You're so mean. So some people said Juan was exactly who I thought you were thinking about. Darby might be evil, but he. Listen, me and him would be windmilling over Juan, child. Hey, Toya-Star, thank you for being here. We don't know Jesse. We don't know enough about Bobby yet. We know enough about Juan to be like, eh. But what if Bobby is the same? Bobby is number 2. Juan Dixon is number 1. We're lying, guys. Come on. No way, Jesse. You mean to tell me if this walked up on you at a college party, you would be like, ew, get away from me. You're lying. You're lying. And was he a Kappa? Girl, the minute he started strolling, pick me up. Y'all lying. Y'all lying. I was not talking about his personality, y'all. Come on. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Asher said, thank you, Asher. Asher said, for the people talking about Mauricio, he's just as bad as Juan. So those two are cut from the same cloth. Yup. They're cut from the same cloth. The difference is Kyle don't tell y'all her business like that. Robin let y'all into her relationship. Kyle will make you think it is perfect. Kyle was faking gay to get that man back, and he said, I'm good. NC said, I feel like S and W were pretty united at the reunion. Who's S and W? Stacey and Wendy. Wendy was asked how she felt about Stacey's cannabis line, so she had to say something. I didn't see it as Wendy sunning Stacey in this particular instance. You know what, NC? I hope you're right. Two It's for Light says, but he's handsome though, so I'll hold on to my tomato. That's all I was saying. I wasn't saying that he's not a terrible guy, but if I met him in college, I would have been a little. I would have, Joe said, I do think that Eddie is pretty easy on the eyes. Oh, absolutely. Eddie, out of all of the men, the best smile and the best skin. That skin is flawless. Flawless. Glass, even. You know what? He needs to get into skincare. Do it, Dr. Eddie. Uh Drewski, my jaw. The way y'all dragged me. Ben Affleck, been fine. Y'all are now Ben Affleck now, okay, we know Caucasians have a certain time limit. Ben Affleck, back in the day, y'all are lying. That man was attractive. That man was attractive. I cannot believe y'all was just like, no, Nikki, you're the only one who thinks that. He was a heartthrob when I was growing up. Y'all acting brand new. Y'all acting brand new. Hannah said we all knew he liked black men, but that comment made me cringe. I was like, no, I don't see nothing funny. And why you're trying to high five him? Always send people to the cookout. Love, like you always said, had Kate's brother and his wife was on Housewives, he would be the hottest to me. Yeah, that brother. I forgot about Kate's brother. Ciao. To us for life said, I said, absolutely not, Andy. Not during Black History Month. You will not fetish up. I could not believe it. I said, what? You are in too many black conversations to even feel comfortable to say that. Because he some people said the only man I know that Andy liked was Anderson Cooper. Yeah, he likes the white ones in public. Asia said, Eddie is for me. I know that's right. Gibby Shelton said he doesn't defend the Black of the Berry housewives. Clock it. Clock it. TP said exactly 100. You never see Andy with a black man. At least Anderson Cooper was probably with his long term. Anderson Cooper got a black man before me? No, this is the white man. Who's his black partner? I do not see Anderson Cooper with no black man. Send me the tea on that, child. Oh, Shed said they wanted to come back next season. That's why they all laughed with him. Probably. Hey, Miss Brown Sugar. Miss Brown Sugar said, word on the streets is dark chocolate is very much Andy's type and is well known. Still cringe to hear him talking like that. Oh, absolutely. I'm not confirming nothing, but I got ears in a community, child. Asher says, as a gay man, I've met women like these who see gay men as something so exciting like they've never seen before. Oh, yeah, that moment definitely gave straight women at a gay bar for their bachelorette party. Now, if a white woman said that, y'all would have been up in arms. NC said Kay has no social capital to be acting as smug as she does. She's not a fan favorite. She's not likable. She has no friends outside of Angel and no compelling storyline. It's so weird. Her energy is very weird. Two is for life said Kay chin checked Angel again. Angel, please stand up. I know that's your friend, but that was nasty. She should have checked that. It was, and I'm just like, what is going on with that friendship? What does she have on you, girl? Jazzy said, I absolutely hate Kay and Angel's accent of tone of voice. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Stand up! Shad. Even if he said, Angel, let that chin check thing go too. I don't get it, Nikki. Me either. There has to be something else going on there. It's so weird for an adult woman to speak to another adult woman like that. Like in the way it's not weird when younger people do it, but it's just like you have lived, right? These women are in their late 30s, early 40s. You know that you're disrespecting a person. You're making a conscious effort to mistreat this person. And just because they allow you to treat them that way doesn't make it okay. Very odd. Very, very odd. Okay, so Steph said, I took Kay's commentary a different way, but she doesn't express herself well. That I can agree with. She really doesn't express herself well. My life, my man, my conzo. NC said Kate basically chin checked Angel again at the reunion, and Angel accepted the chin check. You're right. Some people said people like that know who they can punk. Absolutely. And it's for Kay, it's Angel. Um, yes, to certain people. Wendy couldn't have talked to her like that. So it's like you know how to stand up for yourself, but you only do it with Wendy. It's weird. Shed Pearl said Angel needs to let it out so Kiana can't use it against her. I agree. I agree. Ashley said if Angel is coming back though, Kay needs to go because I need Angel to go after Gizelle and Tia. Ashley not coming back. I'm not confident that Angel will. Like, Angel had a very difficult season, and she does not like the ladies. So I will remove myself before the show does it. Miss Brown Sugar said it's giving a little piece of how Mia used to embed. Oh my God. That's exactly what this dynamic is. That's exactly what this dynamic is. But again, remember with Jacqueline, she was allowing Mia to treat her like that because she knew so much about Mia. And Mia had revealed so much, and they had done so much stuff together. Maybe that's what it is. That's what it is. These two got a lot of stuff on each other. And Kiara may have more on Angel. So that's why Angel accepts that mistreatment. I need to know Angel's big sister's thoughts because I know the big sister wasn't okay with that. Oh, no way. No way. Social Steph said, I think the what is this comment was also poorly edited and they were talking over each other. Absolutely. Now that is something that could absolutely have happened. That whole section could have been from a different part of the reunion. That's very true. And they could have just used that to emphasize the chin check comment. Princess says Angel hasn't said whether she will return or not. People are making up fake statements. Oh yeah, I haven't heard anything. And they don't get their contracts sent out until after episode the third part of the reunion, third or second part of the reunion. Um Empathy said, Angel made me mad here. How is she going to be annoyed with Wendy while apologizing? How does that work? It doesn't. And that's why Wendy didn't accept it. I felt like her and Angel were getting to a good place. Kiana ruined it. So we just don't know where they go from here. Social Stuff said, I think Angel came off well for the reunion, especially for her season being so rough. I wish we would have heard more from her. We didn't hear a lot from her or Kiana. And Angel, to me, was a big part of the season. Jazzy says, bring back Mia. No, and replace Kay. I actually like Mia lying self. At least she was fun and made fun of herself. I think that Mia's situation is just too dark. It's far too dark for Potomac. Potomac needs to lighten up, pun intended. And I think that Mia, where she currently is, it's too dark. Shed said, Angel would be a good housewife. She just has got some learning to do. Yeah, I agree. Social Stuff said, Angel apologized, but Wendy kept going. So there's either take the apology or shut the F up because none of them girls apologized when Mia bopped you upside your head. I will say this. It really is up to Wendy if she wants to accept the apology or not. And it should be at her pace because she was the one that was offended. Hannah said, it's her first season. So I hope next season she grows a backbone. If she's going to make it, guys, that cast is too heavy. Too heavy. And they're bringing back Karen. Somebody got to go to pay for Karen. Jazzy said, as much as sadness annoys me, she's much more tolerable than Kay. I will agree with that. And to be honest, guys, she's an actual housewife. We need more housewives on the show. Asher said, this is why Candiace is needed because she's in Potomac, is one of the few girls that could shut that stupid girls up. You know what? As much as I wanted Candiace back, I feel like Candiace has evolved from that. Candiace is a mom now. She's enjoying her time outside of Potomac. I don't think she's coming back to the show. We will see. We will see. Jazzy said that Jeremy Zero comment ate her up. I about passed out. The thing about it is, Andy didn't help. Andy reacting to it said, "Oh, not James Earl Jones." Shut up, Andy. NC said, "You see the way James Earl tried to move on from that colorism conversation real quick. A hit dog will holler." Well, because that's where it was going. I wish she would have acknowledged that, because here's the thing, and I've said this before about the Potomac ladies, so just anybody in general who is speaking to a mass audience on any kind of platform. Intent is not greater than impact. So even though you said that comment just because you were mad at her and to you it wasn't colorist, it can be perceived that way. And because it can be perceived that way, you have to correct it. That's it. Just correct it. And then you also have to check your bias, because why when you described her did you instantly associate her with masculinity? Right? So these things come up, and it's okay to acknowledge them. I always talk about the fact that I'm a height hoe and I'm working on that. The fact that I'm attracted to taller men, because in my mind, it's been embedded in everybody in society that if you're taller, you're a safer guy, because you're supposed to want to be protected by this big burly guy. Hello, Beauty and the Beast. Like, that's been ingrained into us since we were children. So I'm working on the fact that if I meet a guy who is my same height, he's still as attractive as a guy who is taller than him. But I got to work on that. I have to daily check that, because that, although I'm saying it in jest, it's a real thing. And although, I'm not intending to hurt shorter men's feelings or, casting them aside, I am. But girl, do I love climbing a tree. Priscilla said, here goes Stacey. God rest his soul. But you know what? What would have been funny if T would have been like, see, that's the code switch I was speaking of. Like, if T would go about this in fun and in jest, I think the way she reacts to Stacey would have gone over a bit better. But because there's like this nastiness that she has, it just doesn't work. But that would have been a good time for her to hop in there with some comedy. Two is for Life said the James Earl Jones comment had me on the floor. I said, come through, Wendy. Oh, she was sitting on that for a minute. Hannah said, we still have 2 other parts, so maybe Angel will finally read them for Phil. Oh, prayerfully. They saved the best for last. So I feel like all of the good reads and all of that stuff, we'll probably get that on the last episode. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Is my mic on? Said it was subtle shade too, because James Earl Jones was also colorist. Yep. Oof, our elders. That's what I'm saying. When y'all call on your ancestors, make sure y'all calling on the right ones. Some of your ancestors are white. Make sure they was a freedom fighter, child. Jazzy said, Kay needs to go and Ashley needs to be friend of. Honestly, I'm telling you, I think it's those 3 and Jazzy. The only person who I think might stay but might be a friend of is Ashley, Angel, Kiana, and Jazzy. Definite lock-ins, Karen, Wendy, and Stacey. I don't know about the rest. Girl, I'm too hood. I read your name so differently. Nika said, I don't think Angel or Kay are coming back. Monique, oh my God, I forgot about Monique. It's too many people on that show. Monique really isn't needed. Ashley can be friend up. It's too many people on that show, guys. I feel like 3 people might not be coming back. Miss Brown Sugar, I'm taking that. Miss Brown Sugar said, Kate just starts a sentence and see where it takes her. If that is not the most accurate description of Kiana, She really does. You never know where she's going to land. I never, I will never move on from that scene where she tried to like go after Stacey and it didn't land. Even Monique acknowledged that. Yeah, you know her ex-husband, right? Y'all like right? You know him, right? Yeah. So what happened with that? Monique was like, what? I was embarrassed for her. That was so cringe. That was so cringe. Um, Ashley said for Andy to say that Ashley seems to be nasty. No, Andy, she is nasty. For him to even acknowledge that, I was just like, Ashley, you're in danger, girl. Um, oh, the comments. Bianca said the comments were good under that Threads post. They were so good, and he said that he read them and he's going to follow up. Andy, do not be active on Threads. Threads is not Twitter. Those are black millennials, and they got time. Leave them people alone. Leave them people alone. Ms. Brown Sugar said, I'm so glad the rest of the audience is finally caught up. Ashley's been moving like this for a while. Hannah said, I'm glad Angel said this because Megamind was in fact mean. Yep. Bianca said, people thought she ate. I disagree because Wendy didn't commit identity fraud. That's another thing. I'm like, what? That doesn't make sense. And I didn't really harbor on it because I'm like, maybe I missed something in the files. Maybe I didn't see that they were using different social. Maybe that's what she was commenting on, but I don't know. It just didn't land for me. Two is for life said it didn't land for me either because actually you still have zero accomplishments. So what now? Eltavina said, to give full context, Andy was talking and Kiana interrupted him and said, before we move on, then Wendy spoke to Angel while Kate was trying to say her point, and Angel spoke back to Wendy. Thank you for the context. Eltavina said, that's when Kate said, Angel, what is this? That is, oh my God. I got to stop replaying that. I have to stop replaying that back because my body reacts to that. Like, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? What is this? Excuse me? Girl. Social Stuff said, Wendy is extremely hypocritical. She's had to give all these women grace, but now she's into a spat with the new housewife now that she's the new Gizelle. Ooh, and she can't accept the apology. Loser energy. Listen, Social Stuff is activated today, y'all. Nikki said, yeah, the SS comment was dry. Social Security comment was dry. It was like when she called Candiace a house daughter and Candiace ate her up, running up with house drama. Candiace's vocabulary is crazy. If she ever decided to rap, my God, today. Give Me Shelter said, good. Goodbye, Ashley. Go back to your under the bridge troll hole. Goodbye to the lower level. Oh my God. Y'all are reading these ladies today. Jazzy said, we don't need Monique or Tia equally messy and forgettable. There's too many people on that cast. Yasmin said, we know Karen, Wendy, Stacey, and Gizelle back. The other are up for debate. Yeah. Two is for life said, I think the cast is good, but they can get rid of Ashley. That will free up her OG salary and give back to Karen. I would like to see Andrew get another season and hopefully stand up. I would say out of all of them, I would want to see Angel too. That would be the only one. But I'm just like, I don't know. It is too many people on that cast, and they got to pay for another juggernaut that just came back. That's coming back, which is Karen. CM said Monique won't be back. Jazzy and Kate maybe. Tia probably friend, and Angel may be done. Yeah, guys. It's too many people. It's too many people. So Steph said, I want Angel back. She has potential. Actually married, beautiful, and wealthy. I agree. Like, we have to have an actual wife, y'all. And I like Tia. The only friend of I would keep is probably Tia. She got to work out that mess with Stacey. It's just not likable. But Tia being a wife, I love the fact that she's a Nigerian princess. Why don't we, Tia, act like it? And I love her multicultural family. I would like to see that. I feel like if the show's about housewives, it's too many single broads on this show. Miss Brochica said Ashley walked herself right back into being low and nasty with the Social Security line, proving the point. Yep. MB said madness can Ashley can go madness and sadness too. Asia said I saw a clip of the next episode and Wendy and Stacey get her good. Who? Tia? Shad Pearl said Angel does have potential. She needs a mentor or a gay friend. She needs something. Two is for Life said, based on a preview, Kay will get activated next week for Jazzy. Oh, I did see that. They have a fun little feud going on that I would love to see play out next season. But see, they'll both probably be friend of, so we won't really get to see it. I feel like next season is going to be Wendy and Karen heavy. Give Me Shelter said the letters can go T and K. I actually like Tia still, even though she disappointed me. I really had high hopes for them. Ashley should have been gone since Cookie Monstergate, and she can take Miss Cookie and Sharice with her. Ciao. Hey, Shanty, how are you? Sharice keeps on trying to come back on this show. I think she just needs to try another network. Because you're working so hard and it's not happening. And I don't like that for you. So Steph, Kenya and Tyra, same font. NC said Wendy talked about her degrees years ago during an argument with Ashley that Ashley started and antagonized. People still hold on to that for a reason to hate. With just shows their colorism and insecurity. Preach. Thank you, Ashley. I'm doing better. Much, much better. Did a little bit too much at that concert, though, and I'm feeling it. Spency said, oh, yeah, Kenya was so nasty to Kim. Kim didn't fit in at all. I felt bad for her. I just saw the scene with Tammy's nephew charging at Kenya was scary. That was very, very, very scary. I was afraid for all of them that time, and that's why I was really mad at production. I was just like, why do y'all have them in such an unsafe place? But see, here's the thing. A lot of people told Kim Fields she shouldn't have went on that show. I know why she did it, and it worked out for her. But the thing is, Kim Fields is TV royalty. So it looked like she was taking so many steps down going on Atlanta, but Kim Fields was just like, I haven't been booked in a while. I want to get back out there. And this is my way of putting myself back out there. But we all see her so differently. And we're all just like, you can't just walk onto a studio and get booked. I'm telling you, as somebody who has auditioned next to legends, you will not believe the women, black and white, TV legends that I have auditioned next to. Like we were going up for the same job. That will never be normal for me. But that's how it is in this industry, unfortunately. Two is for Life said, I don't know. I feel like Stacey was reaching, trying to say that Tia's accent was fake. I don't think that she was trying to say it was fake, but I think that she was just trying to say, Tia, you talk differently too. We all talk differently off this show. And they do. They do. Have you guys heard the Real Housewives of Atlanta off camera? My God, today, subtitles, okay? Everybody is showing up with their work voice. And so Tia saying that to try to say that Stacey is inauthentic, you need more. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Asher said, if I was Stacey, I would have told her, and you buried down, princess. Oh, no, I don't want Stacey to go that low. That would have hurt my little Tia's feelings. Give Me Shelter says Stacey is too smart for them. They can't handle her. She clearly has school, street, and social smarts. Yeah, she's very well trained for this. I was in there going up, Jesse. Hello, it's me. Hello, it's me. Me and my mom. Me and my mom. Hey, I want to be like that. I did a little too much. BY said, Nikki, I love your earrings. You look beautiful. Thank you so much. Two is for Life said, yeah, that married up read didn't land because that's what women should do. Tia, you married down. I can't wait until they talk about the husband because something about him is strange. Please, I hope not. I love that family. Please. So Seth, everybody lost it. Everybody lost it when that man came out. Spency said, I'm so glad she put on the show. People were trying to say she's not a performer. You look sunny, Nikki. Thank you so much. BY said, Blueface really, listen, I'm not a fan of Blueface. However, Cali love that man. I think he's from Cali. Like, one thing I will say about living out here, LA, you don't have to love their rappers or perform. They will. These people, these rappers, and all these artists that come out of LA, they don't have to tour nowhere. They don't need no coin from nowhere else. LA is going to make sure they eat. They love their people. They will support. I'm not a fan of him, and I'm not a fan of the Bust Down song. I just loved Cardi's verse. I love that verse. And she ate that part up. She was on a stripper pole and she started twerking and started rapping. She said, Cardi B. Oh God, here I go. She ate. Jazzy said, I will never understand why people get upset when people have degrees or academically successful as seen as intelligent. People get so triggered. It's weird. Absolutely. And no shade. I come from a time where they wanted you to be smart. Like, what is going on? I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. But I remember when it was like, education was like pushed to us. Like, you have to read, especially as a Black American. Oh my God. Growing up for me, the way it was, our ancestors had to fight to read. We were killed for reading. Like, you know what I mean? Like, every time if you didn't do your homework, our ancestors died for y'all to go to go to school, do your homework. It was triggering. Like, you better had read. You better do well in school because your ancestors died for you to, you know? So now seeing that people are like, oh, you're smart. You're trying to attack me with your education. Huh? Aren't we all supposed to be well read? I don't think people realize, if you're not a millennial, how much education and not being a crackhead was like pushed onto us. Oh my God. It was like boomers thought that we were going to be illiterate crackheads. And they worked so hard to make sure that didn't happen. They weren't thinking about anything else. Those are just the two things. So it's so crazy now where I like meet people who are just not smart. And I'm like, what was your childhood like? Do they not do the Scholastic Book Fair anymore? I remember how we were all so excited. How we ran our parents' pockets to get books that we were reading a day. My mom got so sick of me. She was just like, you better go to that library. I'm not buying you no more books because I will read the books in a day. And she would be like, well, go read the book. I read it again. I need some more money. My mom was like, go to the library. And that's where I would be. Me and all the kids from the neighborhood in a library reading Rainbow. It's so crazy when people try to like, especially when they were coming after Wendy, I was just like, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong with this woman having a master's degree. Like, isn't this normal? Philly was a bubble. Philly was a bubble. Miss Brown Sugar said, Nikki, girl, imagine having to explain to the dentist what happened to. I gotta see my dentist this week. If there's anything there, I'm gonna just tell him what happened. I was at the Cardi B concert. Woo! You didn't know what love was until 70? Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Crazy. Two is for Life said, Nikki, do you feel like Wendy low-key implicated herself during the one-on-one with Eddie? She said, I never knew it would lead to this. Girl, what? What's it, child? I don't think so, because it was so vague. It was so vague. I don't think so. But I hope next season she don't do all that talking. Hannah said, I tried watching that roundtable, but I can't watch or listen to men talk 4 or 5 minutes. I love that gay guy. He was like, Anzu, and I'm talking to you. Listen, I loved it. NC said, I teared up a bit when Wendy talked about how her older son found out about the arrest and how she and Eddie had to have the hard discussion with him. Me too. That was sad. And also, he's the oldest boy. So, the oldest goes into protection mode for everybody. So she was just like, what hurt me the most was that he held that for a full day. They're not ever going to do this again. If they did do anything at all. Jazzy said, I never feel like people are bragging if it's the truth, right? The lady is a scholar and professor. Stay mad. If you're that pressed, just go to school. Absolutely. I remember people were bullied for being dumb. We remember we used to all have to read out loud. If you were that kid that couldn't read, oh my God, you were bullied until you could read. Times have changed. Nikki said Karen thought she was better than everybody else because she was married to the Black Bill Gates. She kept on saying that. Now she don't even feel like the Black Bill Gates anymore. That's what happens when you marry older dudes. You got to be ready for that. You got to be ready for that ding-a-ling to stop working, ladies. Like a lot of y'all don't, especially, with my generation, these men is doing all kinds of drugs. Be prepared. So Steph said, too bad she didn't use all that brain power to keep herself out of jail. It's America. Land of criminal activity. If you want to get wealthy in America, be a criminal. Jeffrey Epstein won the Super Bowl, what? Not the Super Bowl, the Powerball. Twice. I'm telling you right now, after the revelation of that, if anybody buys another lottery ticket, that's on you. The game is rigged. That's on you. Zora said, if you raise your daughters to be a preference, you're setting her up for a life of insecurity because your worth is built on someone else telling you that you're something. Yep. Karma. Caramel Kisses said, everyone's YouTube has been acting up, but mine's is back now. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I haven't even been on YouTube. Child, bed, kitchen, pursuit, bed. Social Stuff said, I think Wendy implicated herself and Loki tried to blame Eddie in that opening scene. Oof. Child. Social Stuff also said the best part of the reunion was when Andy told Gizelle she would be second chair and gagged her. I thank you so much for bringing that up. Her face, they're going to move you all the way down until they move you off that couch. The network is letting you and Ashley know y'all not delivering. Y'all not delivering. Jesse said, the thing with Wendy that bothers me this season is she was all buddy-buddy with Gizelle. Meanwhile, Gizelle is still shading her. I will say the shade from Gizelle was very light. I thought it would have been more. They seem to work in unison this season, but it did feel a little one-sided at times. I think Gizelle is really just finding her footing because I don't think that Gizelle actually likes Wendy. I think Gizelle was forced to. And I think at times it wears off and how she really feels about her surfaces and she pulls it back. Next season's dynamic is going to be so interesting. As also stuff that actually isn't a reader to me. I wouldn't necessarily call her a reader, but she get them one-liners at times. She gets the one-liners. Her issue on the show mainly was that she was dealing with Candiace, who is a professional at this. So she could never really get her bearing straight with Candiace, but she's able to do a little something with these ladies. She is a nut job. Callie C said, Real Housewives of Orange County, Vicky is a conspiracy theorist. She's a nut job. I want to know how that season is going to go. That lady's social media presence is scary. I want to know how that season is going to go. Jazzy said, Wendy had all, especially with Heather. Jazzy said, Wendy had all the one-liners this reunion. Also, Stacey, when she said Gizelle and Ashley have both been humiliated by men, so they should have some compassion with a straight face. Stacey is that girl. I really hope that Karen just focuses on her sobriety and not hating, because Karen gets very jealous when she is not the center of attention. And for her to come back from prison and Stacey filled her spot and did it well, we'll see. We'll see. Social Steph said Vicky got caught up at the Mexican immigration office for trying to import car parts without paying a tax. They held her and kept her credit card kept getting declined. They can't stand Mexicans. Love Mexico. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Mexicans, y'all are too nice to them Americans. Y'all are too nice. I would close my borders. But please let the Black Americans in. I love Mexico. Me and you don't have no problems, girl. Give Me Shelter said, I'm not watching OC. So many people said they aren't watching next season, but we'll see. I'm going to give it a shot. You know, I've been watching it since before I had a wrinkle. It's kind of my thing. Molly said, Ashley's the only housewife I don't see becoming more likable on Traders. Once she gets the boot, she can keep it. She actually might do very well on Traders, to be honest with you. Nika said, hi, Nikki. Wendy can't show her true feelings because the moment you got cut off. Where is the rest of the comment? Where's the rest of the comment? I'm sorry. Nika, can you write that again? Hey, Miss T, thank you for being here. Jazzy said, I will literally throw my phone at the screen next year if Angel returns and if she mentions the James or oh God. Oh God. You know what? I hope not. I really hope this, because I hate when they do that. I hope what happens at the reunion stays at the reunion. It's a new season, it's a new day. Let's start fresh. Miss T said, Wendy has selective amnesia. Has she forgotten how she was treated for so many seasons? This seems to be a problem with a lot of the housewives, especially the ones that the fan base gets behind. After the hazing is done, they fall into the collective. And we're like, no, we put our support behind you because we want you to remain an insider. It's the same thing that happens with our politicians. It happens, man. Briss Brown Sugar said, I do too. As much as it got old, boring TV sometimes, I can appreciate how the Green Eyed Bandits have each other's back. Oh, absolutely. I also think it's because they all have so much dirt with each other, within each other. I don't think their bond is friendship. I think it's, you know what I did and I know what you did. Let's work together. Miss Marjorie said Ross is the finest house husband ever, but on Potomac, it's Bobby's body, but Eddie's face smiled for me. Who was Ross? Ross who? I don't know no Ross. She would never do it though. She would never do it. My kind of mindset. Ashley might actually be good fit for Mauricio. She would never do it because Gizelle wants him. Gizelle wants Mauricio. That's hers. That's hers. Princess said, I haven't liked Ashley from season 1. She has been nasty from the beginning. I guess being under that tent did something to her character. That's the thing. She's never been nice. She's always been nasty. So for me, who's always clocked her, seeing everybody now being like, Ashley is mean. I'm like, where have you been? We've never met her nice. NC said, Kyle, 1,000% married up with Mauricio. I mean, we've all seen her before plastic surgery photos, and I'll leave it there. Listen, as an aging woman, as a woman in general, I ain't gonna say nothing about that, but I will say she did good. She did good. Jazzy said, Juan just looked like a little bad kid to me. He has a big head and a little body. Not my type at all. Can I tell you, he looks like such a bad kid from Philly. That was my type back in the day, child. A little bad North Philly. Ciao. Rashada said Juan is not cute for the same reasons Apollo isn't. There you go. I agree with that, Rashana. I agree with that. I I know that that was a divisive pick, but that's my truth, brown girl. I actually don't. I would love, a real nice guy. I honestly think it's just because of where I'm from. I would love to see what it's like to be with. I've never been with one. I would love to see what it's like to be with a nice guy. I think that would work for me. But it's something about I need a roughneck. I need a dude with an attitude who want to use his fingers to eat his food. I'm joking. I'm joking. Jazzy. Oh my God! Today. Oh wait, he's not a husband, but I'll give you that. Leon is very attractive. I can't see him as like fine, because he's like, I don't know. It feels like but yeah, yeah. Thank you. Two is for life. So we finding that picture. I see the vision, Nikki. Thank you. Y'all not turning that man down in college. Y'all not. You're not. You're not. Oh, Molly Dolly said I can't think of one without thinking of having to go through Michael first. Y'all are a mess. It's the dimples. I think that's what it is. It's the dimples and it's a little side smirk smile. From back in the day. Not today. Not today. Simone, because they was playing with me. They was playing with me. I know. Present day Jesse maybe is Bobby, but Bobby's younger than Juan. If we're talking about Bobby and Juan the same age, who you going for? That's exactly why I didn't go to an HBCU. No, I needed to focus. I was going to school for education. I was like, nope, nope, nope. I saw them tours. I said, I'm good. Because no. Work would not have been gotten done. I needed to focus. I went to college with the gays, and I had a great time. I was in New York City with the gays, girl. Oh my God. Since we're here, there is a picture that hold on. There is a picture of him that I have on Pinterest. Him and Tupac. Where is it? Because I do not feel like looking through my Pinterest right now. Where is that freaking picture? All these freaking basketball. I'm trying. You know what? I can't go through my Pinterest right now, but there is this picture that I have of Allen Iverson. Oh my God, today, child. I say, oh, here it is. I just saw another one. Love a black man from infinity to infinity. Lord. And this was all up and down them HBCUs. And I said, no, my God, today, I'm not doing it. I have work to do. I need an education. I don't know what this comment is that's on it, but this is the picture. My God, for the girls that don't know. My God, today. The brat got taste. The brat got. Yes, he was. Why are you playing with me, please? He was. You know what? I hate to do this on Black History Month, but please stop, y'all. Ben Affleck was a heartthrob back in the day. Y'all are lying. Now I can't find a hot picture. I hate y'all. I'm trying to find a hot picture. All these pictures look dusty. Come on. No, they're going to drag me. No, they're going to drag me. What was that spaceship movie? That's when he was hot. He was hot in that spaceship movie. This is, I'm going to just use this. But please, y'all, why are we lying? He was attractive. No, Ben, you still are. I'm just saying, back in the day, like, you was that dude. That was the Caucasian. That was the Caucasian everybody was loving on. Why do y'all make me feel like I'm crazy? Y'all are acting like he wasn't a heartthrob back then. Especially, guys, he was the heartthrob in that that spaceship movie. Y'all remember that? Ben Affleck was a heartthrob first. And y'all gonna throw y'all tomatoes, but so was Adam Sandler. I'm not talking about Adam Sandler today, but back in the day, get out of here. Get out of here. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Yes, remember when she had him looking Afro-Latino? Remember when she tried to S-curl his hair and he had dark skin? And bathe? She did her big one with him. That was the Latina effect. She did her big one with it. Thank you, Give Me Shelter. Oh, okay. I wouldn't go on to say that. But he was a cutie. Thank you. Straight Talk with Bobby said, I'm with you, girl. Ben Affleck was hot AF in the late 90s. They playing with me. They are playing with me. Yes, he needs to do that. He really does. Eddie has great skin. Who is Ross? Wait, let me look it up. Ross. Because the only thing I'm thinking about is the hilarious Ross Matthews. Mr. Chocolate. Oh, okay. I gotta redo my list. Number 1, Mr. Chocolate, Ross. That's the finest husband we have ever had on this show. Number 2, Juan Dixon. Throw your tomatoes if you must. Number 3, Maurizio. Give Me Shelter said, remember when Andy invited himself to the barbecue and the black ladies on the show said, yes. Was that Atlanta? I think that was Atlanta. Hey, P. Kelsey. P. Kelsey said, so glad you're back. I'm so glad to be back. Thank you so much. Social Stuff said, the way Andy and Karamo was flirting on Watch What Happens Live made me uncomfortable. You know, Karamo loves himself a white man, child. He can't contain himself. Ooh, he just love. If she wants to get on our good side, bring your brother and them biceps back on our screen. And maybe we'll forgive you. Joe says, Andy likes dark-skinned men, but not dark-skinned housewives because he sees dark-skinned men as sexual fetishes. And why are they cutting up your comments? But I agree, Joe. I agree. Jazzy said, I feel like Kay knows Angel's real tea and maybe Angel did low-key. I didn't want to bring that up. I was like, does she know about the 20,000? Because is that what that is? It's something going on. Is something going on. Ryan said, I wonder when Jazzy comes on if Andy asks about that conversation with Angel on the golf cart. I hope so. I really want to know. Jazzy said, I can't wait to see this Jazzy and K duel. Is Jay out here stealing people's man? Apparently his ex-wife took him back to court for more money and child support, maybe because all the ring money talk. I would too. I would too. If you're lacking on your child support and you're out here flexing on yourself on TV, I'm taking you to court. Period. Period. So Steph said, I love Candiace, but I think she's grown past the show. I agree. And I feel like coming back would be a downgrade, especially with Gizelle there. I agree. I agree. Um, yeah, I think Katie was great for the show. Brad Sal said, uh I still miss Katie and want her back on, but I understand why she isn't. Yeah, she's not healthy right now. Um, and that's, I feel the same way about my girl, Kim Richards. She built Beverly Hills, in my opinion. She is the architect of Beverly Hills, but she's not okay. And if she's not going to be okay, then I don't want her on my show. Oh my God. Molly said, girl, that rain is coming down. Molly said, ugh, sorry. Why is my lips peeling? I need to drink some water. All I do is drink water and eat soup. I'm over it. I'm over it. My meals have been soup, oatmeal, and cream of wheat. Now, I'm down 10 pounds at work, so I can't complain, but I'm over it. I need a steak. I'm over it. Y'all hear that ring? Ciao. Molly said Mia is violent and morally in the gutter, and everyone is too scared of her shoes. Okay. Woo! Give me something that James Earl Jones was an interesting pick because he famously hated black women. He wanted access that we couldn't give him. Little does he know, we are the access. So Steph said, I'm not going to be attracted to a shorter man. Not today, not ever. Listen, I'm just, working on being better. The same thing, let me, this is not reverse colorism, guys. But, however, I'm also working on my attraction to lighter black men in my community. Um, you know, we all think that darker skinned men are um, sexier and safer because of stereotypes and how they have been made like these like warrior guys, and the light skinned men are made to be more effeminate, which none of this is true. It's just stereotypes. So I've also been working on that. I am starting a crush on a light skinned man. We'll see how that goes. It's my first time. Al Iverson is a little brown skin, but that was like, that's like a grown. But this is somebody who is not somebody I'll ever meet, child. But I'm nurturing that attraction because it's new for me. Growth. Growth. Give Me Shelter said, bingo. They always compare dark skinned black women to men. We're tired and we don't need it from our own. Not you, Ashley. I'm talking about black people. Okay. You are on this lady's neck. My God, today. Ooh, Lord. Absolutely. Frederick Douglass. Every time people bring him up, I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to pop your balloon and tell you about how he treated his black wife and brought a white woman into his home and let that lady mistreat her and treat her like a slave. Please don't bring up that man to me. Me too. I absolutely forgot about her. And they made such a big deal about her coming back. Okay. So Steph said, I saw Kay on live today. Wow, she is so beautiful and strange. I keep on telling y'all, a beautiful nut. A beautiful nut. That face card is crazy. Her and her mama and her brother. That is a gorgeous family. Stunning. I'm going to give her her 10s with that one. Those physical genes, out of this world. Everything else. Mm. Beautiful nut. Beautiful nut. So Steph said, Nikki, I saw you in the Hanifa convo on Threads. I am stunned by their reversal. Here's the thing. I say this as a Hanifa customer, even after this fiasco. I was disappointed in no communication. Like my sister got something from her and was waiting for she had a really big event coming up and she wanted that outfit. You mean to tell me she can't be upset about that? That doesn't mean we're not going to still support Hanifa. I like them garments. I look cute in a lot of her stuff, and I feel like although some of the sizing is a little crazy, I feel like if she at least tries to cater to Black women's bodies. And the whole conversation was about her, and we'll probably talk about this in another video. The whole conversation about her price point, her being luxury. What the hell is luxury about them prices? Y'all ridiculous. Y'all are ridiculous. And maybe it's because I live in LA, but Hanifa is not expensive to me. I think it makes sense. Like I would pay the prices of nice garments. You know what I mean? Like I think you should pay a good, coin for a garment that is not only nice, but it's a great quality. I don't have any qualms with that. But the fact of the conversation was the poors are mad. Hanifa shouldn't lower her prices so the poors can get things because they're upset. Us rich girls, us rich Black girls, we don't mind waiting because we understand. You're a fool. You're a fool. One girl was just like, I waited almost a year for my Louis Vuitton purse. You're a fool. You're a fool. You paying $5,000 for an item you can't enjoy for a year. You're a fool. I'm going to side with the Black poors and be like, if you tell me that my garment is going to be here in 6 weeks, it better be here in 6 weeks. I love Crate and Barrel. They was late with an item that I ordered. Read them for filth. Still shop there. Do better. Do better. Jazzy said, Nikki, do you think if Wendy get time during filming time, do you think they would shake up the casting simulator when Karen went away? I think because they already have so many people, I think if she did time, they wouldn't add anybody. They have so many people. I don't think they're going to add anybody if she goes away. And I don't think she's going to do time. I really don't. I'm not a lawyer, but I was looking at the DA case and I was like, And then Wendy's response from her lawyers, she got some good lawyers. I don't think she's going to do time. I don't think she's going to do time. I was really, Social Stuff said Tia was the only true flop this episode. I was really surprised with my girl Tia. We had such high hopes. High hopes. High hopes. Where can I watch that? You guys really like that? Those of you who go watch it, the Brits. You know what? Can I just say, I think it's so crazy that out of all the nations, America and the UK can't get each other shows. That don't make sense. I understand not being able to watch shows from South Africa, but England? Hello? It's so crazy to me how there are so many restrictions for those TV shows, considering our history. Oh, Lord. E for Empathy said, hey, Star Fam, thank you for always supporting Nikki and for remembering to hit the like button and hype your girl up, sharing and hyping the video. I am going to... there's a lot of stuff. So here's the thing, guys. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk to you guys about. Some stuff will not be late. Like the round table, I might not get to it this week because that's why I'm staying on here as long as I can with you guys. I can't do too much. I'm pushing it already. So it's probably going to be like a live a day, and then I'm going to have some more downtime next week. But although it will be late, it will be on time. We're going to have these conversations. Chef Pearl says Sharice needs to produce something with Carlos Kings. Bravo, Carlos King. Bravo don't want her. She's been shopping around something with her and her son. So we'll see. Joe said, I could see them reducing Karen's salary now that they have such a big star in Stacey. I can actually see that too. I don't know if it'll cause commotion. Social Stuff said Kim Fields is a legend. I literally wanted to be her when I was little. Who didn't? And watching her on Facts of Life. Yep. But unfortunately, the industry does not treat our legends the way we do. Miss T said people wanted Kim to be her character on the show, but that's not who she is. Unfortunately, that happens to a lot of actors, especially when people like them for a character. They're expected to be that character, and it's just like, no, they're just really good at their job. JL said, hi, Nikki. I love that you enjoyed the concert. On the same day, I went to Cat Williams' comedy show. He still got it. He held back a lot because of the current time, though. Oh, my God. Where did you see Cat Williams live? I would love to see him live. I'm glad he held back. The last time he opened his mouth, the portal to hell opened. He continued to hold back, Cat. The way Pizza Hut had us reading for our lives, OMG. What a time. The way they had us reading encyclopedias for pizza. Listen, I will give America this. They did not set us up for financial security. They ruined the housing market for us as millennials. But they damn sure made that we read and we're not on crack. They put time and effort into that. Yep, the encyclopedias, absolutely. Zora said they defunded PBS. They don't care about the kids. Yeah, they want the kids to be dumb because you can control stupid people. The book buses, yes, that was a big thing. Social Stuff said I used to read the encyclopedia when I was bored. That was like a big thing. I remember my grandma used to say that. Oh, you ain't got nothing to do, read the encyclopedia. And like all my friends had the same story. They really wanted us to read, guys. Oh my gosh, the booking program. Yes. Oh my gosh. F. Titty said, preach, Nikki. I too was born to a black boomer mom. Reading was everything. And don't get me started on being forced to participate in the Black History Month program. Q, hey, Black Child poem. I was the one that read Harriet Tubman, the Harriet Tubman poem. Harriet Tubman didn't take no stuff. It was Harriet Tubman didn't take, hold on. Y'all know that's my favorite poem. Didn't come in this world to be no slave. And she wasn't going to say one either. That was my baby. That's probably where I got the acting bug. That is probably where I got the acting bug. That damn Black History Month show. Harriet Tubman didn't take no stuff. Wasn't scared of nothing neither. Didn't come in this world to be no slave, and she wasn't going to stay one either. Farewell, she sang to her friends one night. She's mighty sad to leave them. But she ran away that dark, hot night. Ran looking for her freedom. I ate that up, baby. That's probably where it started, y'all. That's probably where it started. They're gonna. Chef Pearl says when Karen comes back, Gizelle will be third chair. They're going to keep on moving her until she's out of there. E. Empathy said this collective book fair always had me asking for money. We were down bad. My mom reads at least 4 books at a time and finishes them in 2 days. I tried to be like her. Baby, I would get all them Babysitter Club books and I would just finish them in a day. And my mom was like, that's it. We're going to start renting these books. We're going to start renting. I'm not paying for them. You just read them and put them down. Soraya Bell said, hey, Nikki, I'm so excited for your Love During Locker review. Thank you so much. I'm not sure what time that's going to be on Friday. because I don't know where I'm going to be, but it'll be on Friday. The one she said that green-eyed stuff didn't reap much into the next generation since G's dad didn't secure the will with her. A mess. A mess. Let me get a couple more that I want to let you go. No, I can't do guns. That was my only thing about them Atlanta men. The guns, I can't. Let me know a gun is in this car before I get in here, please. That was the only thing. They was a little too happy to be carrying, and I said I can't. I'm sorry, Mr. Chocolate. Put that gun away. That was my only problem with the Atlanta men. Outside of that, but no, I don't. No, I don't want not like that. You know what I mean? Philly women know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what the Philly girls get me. They get me. For me, he is, guys. Like, that's my mom's generation. I can't. I can't lust after Leon. Because I remember, I remember as a kid sitting right here, my mom and my aunt lust over Leon. We lusting over the same. That's the same thing with Denzel Washington. I'm gonna leave that to my mom and my aunt. No, he's fine, but I can't get into it. I can't get into it. Oh, she gonna windmill us over that man. But she's safe, girl. We don't want him. We see what you went through. We were just saying, had we met him in college, we would have been tussling over him. Oh my goodness. Lies the Galley Reality Center. So are we watching Housewives navigate being on a reality show like Game of Thrones instead of watching them live their real lives? How do we get here? What are we doing? I think it's because Housewives has ran its course, guys. I think it's just time for something new. I think there's nothing more for them to show us. And that's why it's getting so stale. I'll never name that college because I had a terrible experience with the administration. Love New York City, love my friends. The school that I graduated from was no longer exists. But what the hell? Philadelphia. Oh my God, I forgot my college. The Arts College of Philadelphia. I forgot my college, but it don't exist anymore, so it don't matter. Temple boarded, so I'm a Temple alumni. Child, if he went to my college, me and Juan Dixon would have been voguing down 42nd Street. I am LSS said, yep, I hopped on the late Ballord. That man was and remains fine. Oh my God. Allen Iverson and Tupac, those are my black male beauty standards. I know what the black community is capable of creating, and that's what I'm shooting for. My God, today. I need a 4 black grandparent, man. Because that's, ooh. What Andy say, the black of the berry. Let me stop. Social says that I saw Allen Iverson at the TGI Fridays in West Philly. That was his spot. He loved TGI Fridays. For some reason, it was weird. Joe said, I always shrugged at Juan's extramarital dealings because I don't think Robin is attracted to him and they have an agreement. Joe, this is kitchen table talk. This is kitchen table talk, Joe. Oh, Allen Iverson in his prime? I'm not surprised he was a scoundrel. I mean, look at the material. Now, it's caught up to him. But my God, today. The basketball players don't look like that no more. But them basketball players back in the day. See, Jazzy said, okay, I see you, Nikki. You have a type. Pretty hood. Oh my God. or from the other side of the tracks. But now he knows the Lord and he's a different person. He goes back to his neighborhood to help the kids. That yeah. 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 Y'all don't remember when the brat dated Allen Iverson? That was a time. She used to be posting up at his games with a middle part bust down and a half shirt with low rise jeans. Oh, yes. They were it. They were it. They used to have Philly in a spiral whenever she would come visit him. My God, today. They were the couple to be. That was like the hood black love everybody wanted back. Lord, oh, they were it. She dated well. Thank you. Oh, my mic is on. Said Ben Affleck is decent looking. I understand a little bit. Thank you. Armageddon. That was the movie. That was the movie. They pushed him as a heartthrob. It was Armageddon. You know what? I'm never going to say that Ben Affleck is attractive. I'm done. But I do know how to call a good white man. Paul Newman. Chris Evans, 27 through 33. Joe said, Nikki, even gay white men don't see for Ben. Armageddon. Y'all got to go watch Armageddon. Y'all got to watch Armageddon. Thank you, that one, Shay. He was especially, I hope you meant hot in that J-Lo video, Love Don't Cost a Thing. Yep. When he bent over to kiss her butt. Yeah. The North remembers. Top tier. I'm not talking about that man today. Thelma and Louise. The children don't know. The children don't know. Fight Club. Robin Givens. Got taste. I'm never bringing him up again. I'm not talking about now. See, y'all playing me again. Because y'all playing. The children don't know. The children don't know. He was the hottest one. They're going to clown me. But there was a time. No, they're going to clown me. I can't show them this. Y'all just look up Adam Sandler and Airhead. Wait a minute. There's a specific. Y'all thinking about him now. Why does he keep on doing this weird pose? It's not helping me, Adam. Y'all gonna clown me. I don't care. I stand by what I remember as a child. I stand by him being fine. And this is not the best picture because that movie was a very long time ago. But the children, they remember. The children remember. Y'all have to watch the movie. There is a scene where I'm telling y'all, Adam Sandler was hot back in the day. That was, first of all, that was his whole thing. He was a hot, funny guy. That's why he got on SNL. He was a heartthrob on SNL. He was a heartthrob. Y'all met Adam Sandler with his dad bod. Y'all don't know. Y'all do. Listen. He was a heartthrob. Miss Rossiger said, now that we go down memory lane, Chris Webber, the thing. Oh, see? They don't know. Y'all don't know. There was a time. Greta said, the only non-melanated actor I thought was cute was George. Yes. George Clooney got more attractive the older he got. And I will say this, the older he gets, oh my God, that is the only Caucasian the jury's still out with that one. That like the older they get, it's like, oh my God, you don't get ugly. You don't get ugly. See, and that's a little too, you know what? No, I've liked the blonde white guy before. Yeah, but that Chris Hemsworth, that's a little too like purebred for me. I need a little. There got to be something else in there. That I just know that bloodline is white. I can't do that. The Truth 5717 said, my gay friends tell me Andy keeps the rotation up. Jesse says, ooh, AI, yep, he was at the All-Star game this weekend looking. Oh, he was there? Oh. Allen Iverson and Tupac. Our moms and aunties had a time. The quality they had, it'll never happen again. Eddie Cibrian, yes. I couldn't get into Jonathan Brandis. He looked too much like Nick Cannon for me. Him and Nick Cannon was like, I couldn't. But all the Mighty Ducks boys had me in a tizzy. Had me in a tizzy. No, you know what? I'm not showing y'all my light skin because the way y'all have done me, maybe I don't pick. Do I not pick good lighter complexion people? Is my picker off for the lights? I'm not showing y'all him. But something is brewing, guys. I'm like, I say, I'm like, oh, okay. And that's never happened before. Growth. I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud of myself. Hey, Cameron, how are you? Thank you for being here. Beautiful gowns. Crazy. Nobody can deny her that. That face card is impeccable. Just crazy. Crazy. Iam says, the way Dr. Umar goes hard for Frederick Douglass is hilarious, knowing his history. He's a grifter. Guys, hi. I'm a Philadelphian. Dr. Umar started out as a comedian. Not until I got out of Philly did I realize that people were taking him serious. Nobody takes him serious in Philly. He was a comedian. That's why he's so freaking funny. That's how he started out. He was trying to get on Comic View. He's not the leader of Black America. He's a comedian. That's why I was paying for that. I thought it was cotton. Child. Like, the price ain't crazy. That's what I liked about it. And everybody's just like, oh, she's expensive. I'm just like, y'all telling on yourselves. Y'all don't got no coin. Absolutely. I will still shop there. I like the stuff. But that shipping is crazy. You got to, I'm sorry, communicate with me. I told you, this year, I have made it a conscious effort to shop with small businesses, specifically Black-owned small businesses. I can wait for an item. Just let me know when I'm going to get it. If something goes on with the shipping, communicate with me. I'm not a bad person. I'm pretty understandable. But you don't ship my stuff and you don't say nothing till somebody's YouTube video about your brand goes viral. That's not good. You got to be accountable for that at least. Birkin took a year to make. Ciao. Callie C said Wendy and Eddie only received $25K. The rest of the claims were denied. Yeah, I don't feel like they're going away for $25K. I'm right there with you, Yorotska. Yorotska said the only thing I'm waiting a year for after paying is property. Period. I'm not waiting for nothing else. Unless it's customized. Like, am I building my house from scratch? Okay. A purse? Keep it. Because I've probably forgotten about it and moved on to something else. The way my desires concerning like clothing and trends change, I I might not want it in a year. I might hate it in a year. Give it to me now. Give it to me. It's on. No, it's not on Peacock. Your Roscoe? Well, I love it. It's not on Peacock. Yoroska said, I just happened to be in the UK when Real Housewives of London dropped, so I managed to see it. That show was a hot mess, but I was seated every week. Some of those London women need therapy real bad. All the housewives do. That's why they're good TV. That's why they're good TV. If he's in LA, I'm definitely going to take my mom. Yoroska said, I read the encyclopedia down in the 90s. I feel like it was just something that we did. For some reason, the encyclopedia was pushed. Now we're looking if the kid will read the Encyclopedia Dramatica. The kids can't read, but they can work the hell out of that iPad. Jazzy said, Nikki, are you going to support Cardi's B, New Hair Caroline? To be honest, I wish these celebrities were a bit more inventive. I'm tired of beauty products like, dang, y'all make some furniture or something. No. Here's the thing. I am using Sacred, and that's working well for me. So I'm not going to switch it up just to support. She's going to do well. She has good hair. The Latinas love her. But I'm good on that. I'm good on that. Yep. Ryan said the housewives are also less aspirational now. They're upper middle class at best. Their wealth is accessible now. It's not what it used to be. Thank you for telling me my school. I forgot my school. It no longer exists. Ain't that something? Times is hard, child. Times is hard. He ate and cried, baby. But he wouldn't be the pinnacle for me. But he was cute, but it wasn't. Do y'all remember when he was saying that he was Native American? See, the children don't remember. Y'all don't remember when Johnny Depp was claiming that he was biracial. Ooh, child, the 90s was wow. The 90s was wow. See, I can't. Matt Damon better than Ben Affleck. E for empathy. Okay, but Brendan Fraser from The Mummy. Been that guy. What? Encino Man? Encino Man? Y'all don't know. Oh, you know what? Thank you, Drewski. Thank you, Drewski. Let me bring it back. Allen Iverson, Tupac. Allen Iverson, Tupac. Allen Iverson, Tupac. Thank you so much, Drewski. I'm back. Give each other said, I think I'm toxic because I used to love watching Jude Law on my screen, him and Colin Farrell. But man, Adam Sandler, y'all are thinking about him now. Go watch Airheads, please. And can I tell you, Black History Month, I know. Jude Law, back in the day, I ain't never thought a white British man was attractive. No shade to the Black Brits. I didn't know that you guys existed until like the early 2000s. America, it's America. Sorry. I know y'all was existed until The Wire. We all thought that Geoffrey from the Fresh Prince was putting on an accent. Because we all play British. We didn't know y'all came in black. Anyway, I never thought like I just don't, British white men, I don't know. They just, like colonial looking. Forgive me, Lord. But they are very colonial looking people. And it's like, Benjamin Franklin, not for me. Jude Law was the first one, and I was like, oh, they can come like that? They look like that. They all look like Benjamin Franklin to me. But then here comes Jude Law, and I'm like, oh. Okay. That's what happens when y'all stop that inbreeding. Okay. Early Jude Law, Black History Month, but my God, today. Now y'all dragging me, but this is what's in my comment. Look at Jazzy. Look at Paul Blart. And y'all dragging 90s Adam Sandler? Come on, guys. Come on. So said, Nikki, I think we might be in an alternate universe. Y'all gotta see Airhead, y'all. He was a heartthrob on SNL. Y'all make me go crazy. He was a heartthrob on SNL. They hired him because he was hot. And he used to do this thing with his guitar, and he would sing these love notes, and the girls would swoon. I remember there were people who would stand outside of SNL overnight just to get in that audience to sit in front of Adam Sandler. The 90s was crazy. Oh my God. Liza Gelly said Ben Affleck, Adam Sandler, Paul. On this land, you're right. I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna take it back. Yoroska said I had to go about 20 minutes into this live, and now it's Nikki giving us her hear me out. I will keep you updated on the light skin crush. It's developing. I will say it's not holding as strong as like my dark skin crushes. It's just it fades in and out, and I forget about him, so I got to remind myself. But when I remind myself, I'm like, oh, okay, he might be gay. I don't know. I don't know yet. I think that's probably why I like him. I'm like, oh my God, you seem safe. I don't know. But I got a bit more Instagram stalking to do before I like put something happening there. Give each other that Pepper Rich Farm remembers. They just remember a time Adam Sandler was. He was. Y'all are lying. Y'all are playing. Never. Y'all know Evans has always been my hear me out. Always. That was the only, I'm telling you, that is the only one that I would be like, well, I might give this a shot. But that was up until 33. I don't know what happened. I think he stopped dating black women after 33 and just something happened. And I was like, oh, not for me. Not for me. I never got into the Leonardo DiCaprio thing. Everybody loved Leo when I was growing up. The girls in my acting class, Leonardo DiCaprio. And I was like, he looks sickly. I will say, back in the day, Leo, now you got some meat on you. I will say, Romeo and Juliet, I could see what they were talking about. I could see that. I could see that. Yes, he's a comedian, y'all. Philly does not take him serious. It amazes all of us how everybody like really thinks that what this man is saying is hilarious. It's like the truth. I'm like, y'all don't get the jokes. Y'all don't get you know what I say all the time? A vocal stem I have from him. I say it all the time. First of all, your wife is white. So we're going to stop the black talk right there. How do you say that to somebody? He is hilarious. He's a comedian, y'all. He's not real. Like, he is not real. This is all for jokes. He is a comedian grifting people's black trauma. Oh, we're going too Caucasian. Back it up. Back it up. This is a little too far in the jar. We're going too far in the jar. Let's back it up. Oh, my baby, Casper. Yeah. But come on, even empathy, Black History Month. Fucking stop what we're doing. We're already in trouble. Harriet Tubman didn't take no stuff. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. It's so good. My dermatologist was just like, keep that. Like, I had all this, because you guys know about my psoriasis. I had all this medical shampoo that she recommended. She was just like, no, stay with Sacred. It's giving results the medicine could never give. Stay with it. So Steph said, Nikki, I got a smoothing treatment for my hair and lymph retention. A smoothing treatment on my hair and lymph retention, and the lymph retention has been crazy. Even my hairstylist said it's growing so fast. Is that from Sacred? Because I'm about to stock up. I'm about to make another order. I like Devontae. Oh, was that a light skin? He seems kind of brown. But Devontae was it. I don't know what's going on now. What is happening? I don't know what's going on now. But Devontae, back in the day? See, here's the thing. I didn't know Keanu Reeves was perceived as white. I always thought he was Asian. I did not know that people thought that he was. Wait, you know what? Hawaiians. Hold on. Because I feel like y'all cussed me out about this before when I said somebody was Asian, and y'all said no. They're not Asian. Are Hawaiians Asian? They're just indigenous, right? No, they fall into that. Asian American. Yeah, Pacific Islanders. Yeah. It's community there. I always thought he was Asian though. When people would consider him white, I was like, y'all see a white man? I never saw a white man when I saw Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves and Speed. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to watch that after Black History Month, but my God, today. What a man, what a man. What a mighty good man. Listen, millennial women need to apologize to him. We didn't do him right. They sold us Justin when JC was the star. The indigenous ancestors came together and said, we're going to gag the girls. We're going to gag the girls with this. And they created Benjamin Brett. There has never been a man like him ever again. One and done. We will never get that again. One and done. To the women who got to experience him, how does it feel to be God's favorite? One and done. We'll never get him again. They pulled all their energy together and said, we're going to let y'all know what we're holding. We going to let y'all know what we got in the chamber. And they released Benjamin Brett. I remember watching Blood In, Blood Out. Blood In, Blood Out. Blood In, Blood Out. And I was like, what is that? And I'm a kid. My God, today. I should have never been crushing on that adult. Well, I was like, oh, like marvelous. What a beauty. Tupac, Allen Iverson. Tupac, Allen Iverson. How dare you? Jude Law? My last one, and I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all not going to play me. Y'all are thinking about him now. None of these pictures work. I hate y'all. None of these pictures work. What? Oh, wait. Why? None of these pictures work. Ugh, I can't stand it. What? He got measles. Oh. Oh, this is a good one, but I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use, oh wait, there it is. You know what? Maybe I just need to just stick with blacks because y'all are making me feel like these men were not attractive back in the day. If they weren't, how do we get here? How do we get here? This is the best one I can find right now. But come on, y'all. Jude Law. Does this look inbred to you? Does he look like Benjamin Franklin? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. My God, said that. I can't say that Jude Law is cute, but Lil Shorty can say that Fire Marshal Bill is attractive. Come on. Come on. Come on. Anyway, let me clear the timeline. Let me get us back to let me get us back because we're getting a little off track. We're getting a little off track. You know what? I told you I'm having, for some reason, I can't. I will say he's attractive. I see what people are saying, but it's like he gives me Animal Kingdom. Like I feel like very much Mufasa. It's so like not of this world. You know what I mean? I couldn't. I can't. I don't. I can't. Everybody see it. But I'm attractive. But I'm like, mm, I don't. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Whoever said that him and Tayana give really wealthy house cats, it's like not of this world. But attractive guy. But no, that is not my crush. Not my crush. Um, Oh my God, Joe said, Nikki, I'm gagged that your connection has been so good in this LA rain and wind. I've been watching it live while I shop at Costco and they just lost power. And I'm so shocked because I normally have the worst connection in here. That's insane. Keanu Reeves is a white Hawaiian. Y'all get white? I never saw him as white. I never saw him as white. Spicy white? Oh my gosh. Oh, he's a quarter Chinese. Oh, okay. I can, yeah, well, that quarter is working overtime, child. All working overtime. Um, I remember that. I wanted that to work out. Remember when we were so obsessed with celebrity relationships back in the day? Give me Chelsea said Julia Roberts was with Benjamin Bratt. The King family paid for labor and her delivery bill. That's a Black History fun fact. Can I tell you, Julia Roberts, she will tell anybody who's listening about that story. She will let you know. You say, hi, Julia. Hi. I am only here because of Dr. Martin Luther King. Like, Julia will let you know. She will let you know. Kylie said, Nikki, please tell me you never had a crush on Justin Timberlake. When I was a child, all the girls had a crush on Justin Timberlake. Like, that was like a normal thing to do. I grew up and I was like, my taste pretty much changed, but it was really much him and Usher when I was growing up. It was him, Usher. It was Justin Timberlake, Usher, Brandon Adams, Mike Vitar. That was his Sandlot days. I don't know what's happening with him now. Who was my other crush? Who was the guy with the eye patch from Immature? Him. Brandon Adams. I forget the Afro Latino boy from. He was Rudy's boyfriend. He was murdered because he was doing some gangster stuff out here in LA. Him, Mike Vitar, Usher, Justin Timberlake. And then when I got to college, all of a sudden I had this big crush on Tyson Beckford. I used to get his calendars. It was very weird. But yeah, those are like my teen crushes. And then Chris Evans, because I really love Not Another Teen Movie. JL. I forgot I told y'all that. But I did. But that was when I was a child. When I got older, I couldn't really see it for Elijah. I moved on from him to the Mighty Ducks boys. But yes, Elijah Wood. Radio Flyer. He had a good run. Radio Flyer, The Good Son. He was like in all of the movies at the time. All the girls had a crush on him. Especially, and I also went to acting camp. So all the girls had a crush on Elijah Wood. Like, come on. Him and Brandon Adams were doing, they were like the only like kids really working. Macaulay Culkin, for some reason, he just didn't really transfer well to us. But it was that Elijah Wood and that Brandon Adams. People under the stairs. Yeah. 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 That was a little too old for me. I felt I was a little too young for Albert Phoenix to find him attractive. And he was and he passed when I was young. So it was like, ugh. It was River Phoenix was such a sad tale that everybody knew. We all knew about his story. Ryan Round said Marilyn Santana was yes, Marilyn Santana. Yep. Yep. You know, I've never been attracted to like men with light eyes for some reason. You know, I'm gonna examine that too. I'm gonna look at everything. It's just never been it for me. I remember this guy in middle school. All the girls had a crush on him because he was light skinned with light eyes. It was like a big deal. And I remember when he set his sights on me, I said, please don't come around here with that. I don't feel like that. As soon as he let the school know he had a little crush on Nikki, all of a sudden these girls started beefing with me. And I was like, I don't even like him. I was like, I don't even like him. Y'all could have him. But when he set his sights on me, and maybe that's why I can't see it for light-skinned dudes. Because that light-skinned dude made my 8th grade year hell. I was like, I'm okay. No. And everyone was like, you don't like him? And I was like, no, I don't. I did like this Afro-Latino boy. They wasn't calling themselves Afro-Latino back then. Back then, you was just Puerto Rican. But, you know, the English was a problem. You know, we had barriers. But he was so cute because I had never seen like a Black person that wasn't like Black American. He was like Black, but he was like Spanish. It was weird. For me as a child, I'm like, what? We look alike. We got the same hair. Why are we so different? It was so interesting, but he was so cute. But we couldn't communicate, so I moved on. I moved on with the quickness. I was just like, okay, you know, in order for me to stay attracted, we have to be able to communicate. But that was like my first real crush as a kid. Yes, I would definitely Vigo. And he's attractive, but he's also a great actor. I think that's another thing that's very attractive about him. Who? Which Black boy? Brandon Adams? I love you. The delusion I had as a child, I really thought that I was going to like date him. And I was so mad when Kobe took Brandy to the prom, like I had a shot. I miss being so young and delusional. I was like, it was supposed to be me, Kobe. Hey, Mama Star. Mama Star said, hi, Star family. Mama Star is here for the review. Sorry I'm late. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Thank you, Mama. Brown Girl 44. I'm going to get 2 more and I'll wrap it up. Says the dark-skinned girly, all the light-skinned boys will like me. The dark-skinned boys, not so much. Absolutely. The dark-skinned boys will bully you. The light-skinned boys liked you. It was just a weird thing. I wanted to be left alone. I wanted to be left alone, but he made my 8th grade year hell. I was like, I don't even like you, weirdo. Hey, Cameron. Cameron said we definitely had a light-skinned boy with light eyes who all the girls were crushing on and fighting over in middle school just for him to come out the closet junior. Oh, good for him to come out so young. Good for him. But I'm telling you, all that boy had to do was stare and the girls would go crazy. I will be honest, it scared me a bit. It's like, have you ever like had like a light-skinned person with light eyes stare at you? You get up to go sharpen your pencil and you look over and it's like light dude. Just stare. Because here's the thing about him. Everything about him was gold. His skin was gold. His eyes were gold. His hair was gold. His eyelashes were gold. It was a lot going on. Like it was he was giving albino with a tan. It was Everything was, he would just be, it was like piercing. And I was like, I'm scared. Oh Lord. That's what it gave you, Rotska. That's what it gave. He would just stare because everything. Now there are light-skinned people with like something about their features. And I'm not saying he wasn't attractive or it didn't work. I was just saying it was like, oh, I've never seen this before. Like, have you ever met a person that's just gold? I'll never forget him. He had a gold curly box, gold eyes, gold eyebrows, gold lashes. I wonder what he looks like today. Is he still golden? It was just very interesting, but just wasn't for me. Wasn't for me. I love the dark skinned boy that fought everybody. That's who I wanted to be my first kiss, but he was always getting put out of class. I was like, well, this will never work. All gold, everything. A very interesting fellow. But the girls ate it up. They ate it. He would just have to stare and they'd be, ah! And I would be like, ah! And the fact that I didn't, I think that also the fact that I was not attracted to him was the thing that got him. He couldn't believe it because everybody else liked him. But me, I didn't like me. He could not let that go. And I said, nope, not for me, brother. Cameron said, man, Nikki, I know the feeling. I thought I was going to be the one to marry Beyonce. Delusional. But what a fun time. How fun was it to be just that delusional? Related with DVD said dark-skinned dudes with light eyes is even weirder. I'm going to have to disagree. I kind of eat that up. Especially if it's like brown, like just like a step up from dark brown. And don't let the eye have a little green in there. What's going on with you? Where are your people from? I hope that is not the message about me. I didn't, but he was very attractive. He was a very attractive young man. But my God, today was he a fighter. He was always fighting. And I was just like, can we just hold hands at recess? Why are you always fighting? Story of my life. You know what? I'm going to get off of here and I'm going to look for him. And I want to see if he's still golden. Wouldn't that be amazing? He probably got the women still going crazy over him. My God, today. He did not have to work. Zora said, my type is starved and slightly unstable, so I can't say anything. Listen, we like what we like. We like what we like. Give each other said, I saw a very dark-skinned man with piercing blue eyes in Aruba a few years ago. He was so beautiful. That what kind of piercing blue eyes would scare me. Piercing blue eyes on anybody. It's a little jarring. It's like, oh, woo, woo. I gotta take it in. I've never been used to that. Ryan said, you would have loved my daddy in his younger days than Nikki, and he played football. Would have had me. Would have had me. My God, today. See, if you are new here, I tell you, we don't know where we're going to end up with these lives. Look at us. We're ended talking about dark-skinned black men with blue eyes. How do we end up here? I do not know. Anyway, I said what I said about Juan Dixon. I love you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. I want to do another live tomorrow. I just got to figure out what time. Oh, yeah, I am doing another live tomorrow. We're going to discuss the America's Next Top Model documentary tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Pacific Standard Time. Don't know how Thursday and Friday is going to work out, but I'm going to keep you all posted. Thank you all so much for joining me. I love you all. I'll see you soon. Make sure you follow my Instagram, which is NikkiNicoleStar, because that's where I post a lot of what I'm going to be doing throughout the week. And I'll see you. I had so much fun. I love you all. I'll report back to you on how my light skin crush has grown.